fear.
Everybody, welcome back to Kruse Control. Unfortunately, again, we're starting before the show to give you some sad news that happened today. Actually happened yesterday, but speed racer and Valkyrie actor Christian Oliver passed away. And this is one of those things that you haven't seen in the news. He was just going on an excursion with his two daughters and a pilot. They're flying over the Caribbean islands, and something happened. They had some technical problems. They phoned back to base or back to the where they had taken off from and said, "Hey, we're having issues. We have to come back around." And then they lost contact and they crashed into the ocean. Now, they did find the plane and they were able to find everyone that was involved in the crash. But unfortunately, everyone passed away in the plane crash. So again, we lose another great out there. He was working, 51 years old, and he's gone way too soon. So RIP, Christian Oliver and his two daughters and the pilot. RIP. Hey, everybody, welcome back to Kruse Control. It is Friday, January 5th, 2024. That's crazy to say. Welcome to Kruse Control, the home of entertainment news. I'm your host, as always, Brian Kruse. Happy Friday. We're here the Friday time. It's the 2024 era. It's crazy. It's our first Friday of the new year. I'm so excited to have you here. We're talking about some entertainment news. A lot of stuff happening, everybody. Always, again, we're back from holiday break. We're having a great time. And then, Hollywood's rocking and rolling again because we have to be. So good to have you all here in Kruse Control. And joining me back, as always, got to have her here on a Friday, of course, my lovely co-host, Miss Sabrina Vittoria. Sabrina, welcome back to Kruse Control. Happy Friday. I can't hear you. Happy Friday, though. I hope you're having a holidacious Friday evening and that your week was very well. That's very nice. Yep. I hear you. Yep. Happy Friday. How you doing?
Happy Friday. I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing something.
Hi,
Friday spectacular.
I'm doing something.
Delicious.
There you go.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Rachel? Welcome back. Yeah, Friday exponential calcidosis. And hey, what's up, Zach? Welcome back, man. Welcome back. Love the energy for the RIP.
What up, Queen?
You're bringing in the hot takes yourself there, Zach. Bringing in the hot takes. Thank you for being back. Thank you, Queen, for being back here. Appreciate you. I appreciate you all being here. Sabrina, I appreciate you being here. Looking lovely as always. Happy Friday. We're going to have a great night, I think. Happy Friday. Cheers. And joining us back. Cheers. Oh, cheers. It is Friday. So cheers. 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 And joining us back, he's cheersman right now. Everybody, friend of the show from a long time, Mr. Ronald Todd Woodward. Ron, welcome back to Kruse Control. How you doing, Ron? Happy Friday.
I'm doing great. Thank you. Happy Friday.
Happy to see you back here, man. How you been? How was your week?
Always good to be back. Great week. A lot of holiday stuff with the 11-year-old. A lot of fun. New Year's Eve was fun with him. Everything we did on New Year's Eve this is the last time we're doing this in 23. This is the last time we're doing this in 23. And that went on from about noon till midnight.
That's fun though. It's a fun game to play too.
It was a lot of fun.
What's up, Richard Tracy? That's really fun, Ron. It's just crazy how we have that. Like the year ends and we think about like new beginnings and what we're leaving behind. And of course, it's like the last, but it's not the last for us. But it is, it's a closing of a chapter, I guess, that year. So that sounds like a fun way to celebrate the new year coming in.
It was.
Well, thank you for being back. We're going to celebrate tonight, too, because it is Friday. We're going to have to celebrate. You know what? We do that in Kruse Control. But we have him back, somebody else here, Ron. You got to meet him briefly last week, but back to the show, friend of the show. I've known him since I was like 4 years old, something like that. Everybody, welcome back to Kruse Control, Mr. Jordan Sal. Jordan, how you doing, man?
What's going on, Brian?
Hey, happy Friday. How's your Friday been? How's your week?
My week's been pretty good. The work week's over. I'm ready to, cut loose, have a few drinks. Talk about what's going on in Hollywood,
What's happening in that background behind you, man? What's going on back there?
There's a lot going on.
I know. I got like a #1 issue of X-Men,
That's
story of Marvel Studios, and I got Wolverine's replica jacket there.
he's making dreams come true.
It's Snoopy.
And Snoopy's being attacked, I think, back there. Queen says, hi, Jordan, what's up?
What's up, Queen?
Thank you all for being here, though.
GR.
Yeah, it is Friday. What's up, GR? We got to have you back next week. Peppy, how you doing? Are you doing well, man? What are you doing?
Welcome back.
Welcome back, Peps. Good to see you. Happy to see you, too. What's going on? It's Friday, man. What are we going to do, man? It's Friday.
Oh, it's Friday. Someone's getting drunk.
Oh, yeah, that could happen, Peps. But if it does happen, I got to tell you, like, I'm not driving tonight. Maybe you got to drive
it's Friday. I'm not going to be the DD game.
Oh, okay, you can be the DD, man. It's fine. Anyways.
Sounds like Peppy's already been tapping that bottle.
Seems like
Peppy starts early sometimes on a Friday. Peppy loves it so much. It's like his favorite thing. Where he's like, is it Friday show yet? It's like, I want that so bad. Let's have a good time and let's chill.
Hey, Ron. Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
It's Friday. Let's just take a drink. Everybody, simply sip.
All right
now.
All right, Peps. All right. Peppy will keep us honest here on a Friday. He likes to keep us honest, but it's Friday. Friday's got to get down on Friday. Yeah, that's very true. That's very true, Rachel. But yeah, it is Friday. Thank you for being back here. It's been a fun week. I think we're at like 1,136 or 7 subscribers. We've jumped up quite a bit since Wednesday. Numbers are just rocking and rolling. It's amazing. It's amazing what's happening out there. We love having you here. We love talking to you about the news and having a good time, joking around along with it, and having a few drinks on a Friday because, we have to, because every day goes by and, where it's a new year and when a new year rock and rolls and like new things happen, all of a sudden the news gets slammed with what? A lot of breaking news. All right. The very first thing I want to talk about right now is the Golden Globes, because the Golden Globes are this weekend. They're Sunday.
Wow.
It's something that's never going to happen, Sabrina. Never. I thought, and it's been so long. They push things, pull things, the strikes, and all this. Well, 8 p.m., 5 p.m. Pacific time, you can sit down and watch them at the Beverly Hilton's Hotel in Beverly Hills doing the Golden Globes live. And it's going to be on Paramount Plus. You're also going to be able to see it on other premium, but that Paramount Plus, you have to be a premium member. You have to have the Showtime app as well to have that. Also on Hulu, also going to be on Hulu Live, Plus TV, YouTube TV, and Fubo, and also CBS app if you have CBS. So if you're excited about the Golden Globes, they're this weekend. A lot of awards stuff. Can't wait to talk about that on, I guess we talk about that on Monday when it all comes down. So I can't wait to talk about that too. It should be fun. But Golden Globes are happening, and someone that's nominated for a lot of Golden Globes right now is Killers of the Flower Moon. That's right. Killers of the Flower Moon, nominated for a lot of things: supporting actor, drama, motion picture, director of motion picture, action in drama, screenplay, original score, actress in a drama. It's crazy. A lot of stuff. Actor in a drama as well. A lot of awards it's nominated for. But now it's going to also be finally, officially for free if you're an Apple TV Plus member, officially streaming for free on January 12th. Not that far away. So you can check this out. And you can watch Oscars. And hopefully, if you love it, it does well. And people love it. Breaking news, and we can fix it. There's no way to fix it, Richard Tracy. Once it's broken, it's done. You can't get out of the box. Just like when something's canceled, you can't get it back. And American-born Chinese is canceled, unfortunately, people. So if you're a fan of this show, that you love this show so much, been watching the first season. Now, of course, it did 8 episodes, and it was released on May 24th. And everyone's thinking it did pretty well on Apple TV Plus. They don't really release their numbers, so we have no idea what's going to happen. Oh, Disney Plus. It was on Disney Plus. Sorry, too many platforms. But people were thinking that it was going to do well. And it just petered off. The options for the actors' contracts just went out yesterday. So once that elapsed, the actors were released from the contracts, and then they said, okay, coming forward, this is canceled at Disney Plus. So if you love the show, unfortunately, Ki Wan and Michelle Yeoh are not going to be doing this anymore. So it's sad, but they've been trying. The thing is about when these things happen, it's I worry about the crew, people trying to make things happen, make their money, and they put so much heart and effort into it. Just like David Ayer put into the Suicide Squad, and he wanted his director's cut to come out so bad. Everybody, we talked about recently that he said that he'd been talking to James Gunn about making it happen. He'd been talking about DC, Warner Brothers, hoping it's going to happen. Well, now David Ayer said, not happening, guys. It's not happening. Even though before he said he had a breakthrough, it was going to happen. Now he says, guys, nope, done and done. Very sad. You'll be fine after a good cry, as I am. I feel healthier. It's a wound that needs to heal. And that's why he's no longer pursuing it, because he says they just don't want to do it. They don't want his cut released. And James Gunn can't save this machine. So unfortunately, it's a nothing situation. So if you were excited about the Ayer cut coming, which when we talked about on the show, a lot of people weren't, it's not happening. And, I would have liked to have seen it, the Joker stuff. Why not? Who's asking for the Ayer cut? Apparently nobody, Richard Tracy, because he didn't get it. Just how it goes. So I feel bad for him. Waited so long to make this happen. He got fucking canceled. His tears are crying out of his asshole. He's not getting it. But something that is happening after a long time is someone beat Tetris. And you're like, what? Somebody beat Tetris. A 13-year-old boy named Willis Gibson. He beat Tetris. And this is one of those things. This has been out there since the NES system for a long time, guys. And at that point, no one has gotten as far as the game ends. 157 levels on Tetris. The closest someone got was in 2011. They got to level 30. And then in 2022, someone got to level 95. Well, this guy just beat it out of the water. And they were raving about it at Nintendo. They were so excited someone actually beat the game. But then when you beat it, just glitches out. There's no ending, really, just glitches out because they expected no one ever to get that far in the game. So Tetris, though, kind of cool. Guy got there. It's pretty awesome for him. It's a long time coming for someone to beat a game. I mean, from the 80s on until now, just like it was a long time coming for Mickey to be, actually put out in the public domain, and he's out there. Oh, that's the wrong slide. Sorry about that, Jonathan Majors.
Mickey Majors? What?
Mickey Majors. We'll get back to you, Mickey Majors. But Mickey Mouse is out there, and he has people have been going nuts about this. Of course, talk about the Mickey Mouse Mousetrap out there, that horror movie, but also a short film came out there. And we're gonna actually maybe sit down next week with the actual director creator of that show, because they actually reached out to us after our Wednesday show. Okay, we talk about this, but someone else put out the actual full episode of Mickey Steamboat Willie, the very first one, and Disney had it shut down. It was demonetized. Now he's like, what the hell? It's public domain. This doesn't make any sense. I mean, it was 1928 when it came out. Now I should be able to release the whole thing. He was doing commentary. This guy's a voice actor, Brock Baker, and he's also doing comedy with it too, but YouTube took it down. So Disney's going to fight this, everybody. Disney's going to fight this all the way to the end, because they have to at the end of the day, because for them, it's their big trademark character. They don't want Mickey to be out there, murdering bitches. I know, but you know what? I guess as I said on Wednesday, the conservatorship is done. Disney, you have to get over it. Mickey's released now. He can be whoever he wants to be. It's done. I'm sorry, he's released. But you know who's not released is Jonathan Majors. Well, he's released from his contract from Disney. Jonathan Majors has been released from that, but Jonathan Majors is not done. He's sitting down with Lindsay Davis of ABC News live this Monday to have his first sit-down interview talking about his side of the story, what happened, and how he was unjustly, accused and, actually tried and found guilty for this whole thing. So he's sitting down. They have like a little snippets of it, then have the whole actual interview come out too, streaming as a half-hour special. You'll be able to check that out online too through ABC's apps, ABC New Live. They're going to put in their Prime stuff. There's going to be everywhere. You're going to see this across the board starting Monday, but Good Morning America is going to show it on Monday morning. So if you are interested in the majors actually talk about this, you get a chance to do that. And then, of course, people go nuts because, when it comes to legal stuff, everyone's always paying attention to stuff with celebrities. Just like people are talking about T.I. right now because T.I. is back in the news for what? I hate to say it. Sexual assault allegations. It's just a game. It's like him and his wife right now are being accused of sexual harassment. Well, sexual rape and abuse and a lot, but this Jane Doe came forward and said she was drugged and raped by both of them in a hotel room back in 2005, and she alleges that the couple may have victimized other women as well because they had other women come there too. She said the wife gave her something in her drink. She got loopy, weird. They took her back to the hotel and she blacked out, but there were other women there too, and so she thinks that there's more women that have been abused by them too. Of course, they have come forward. T.I. and his wife have said for 3 years, I guess they've been talking about this, empathetically have categorically denied these allegations. For 3 years, we have been maintaining our innocence and refused to pay these extraordinary extortionist demands. I'm going to say extortionist. That's not the word. I fucked that up. But yeah, T.I., we're going to have to wait to find out about this. We will. T.I., maybe his vocabulary is better than mine is. I don't know. I try my best, everybody. But honestly, at the end of the day, again, we have to wait to hear the whole court case, see what happens. If more people come forward, we'll wait to see if T.I. is doing this shit again. As I always say, if you do this shit, fuck you. Because honestly, just be cool to people. Don't be raping bitches. Don't be doing that. And you know what? And somebody else that's very controversial and dealing with court cases and legalities and also making tons of money is J.K. Rowling. As I just want to say, she made $10 million, everybody, $10.5 million off of Harry Potter and the Cursed Child production that's out there. Now, of course, it came back after COVID, and then it's like just blasted forward after that. But she's made $10 million in that. So you're wondering if you're like, well, if I go see some Harry Potter, of course, the money's still going in her pocket. She created all this. But I was surprised. $10 million off of stage production? That's fucking nuts to me. But she has made good money off it. Just like Patrick Stewart made a lot of money off being Professor X. And this fool doesn't want to stop being Professor X. He really doesn't. On the Happy, Sad, Confused podcast, he came forward and said, like, the cameo in Doctor Strange, he said was very unfulfilling because it was just him and a green screen. There's no actors there the whole time. So that kind of sucked. And he also said that you're going to see a lot more of him, though, moving forward. And he's actually been talking to Ryan Reynolds about coming into Deadpool. We already know he's coming to Deadpool 3, but he actually said, yeah, I've been talking to him about it. But all this COVID stuff he hates because he can't actually sit down with actors and work it out. But you know what? COVID times, people be scared about their health. They'd be very careful. So a lot of these mandates and these rules came forward. You have to be careful about your health. Just like Christopher Nolan, he's on his Peloton all day working out because he's worried about his health too. But he's also not expecting when he's doing his Peloton exercise to be told that his movie sucks. So that just happened because Nolan was Pelotoning away. And he's like, hey, I was on my Peloton having a high interval workout. And all of a sudden the person came forward and said, hey, has anyone seen that Christopher Nolan movie, the one that took like 3.5 hours of my life away and I can't get back? Yeah, that sucked, didn't it? I want to get that life back. I can't get it back. And they're working out the whole time. He's like, what the fuck? But he says he loves critics. He says that's fine. And it was about which movie? And well, it wasn't about Oppenheimer. It was about Tenet. So he's like, well, they apparently didn't like Tenet. Tenet's very confusing, so I understand people being confused by Tenet. Overall, it still kind of sucks that he had to see this while he's working. I was like, because he's in a safe space, working out on a Peloton. He wasn't in a safe space. But someone who's never in a safe space, even though they think they are, Ye. And Ye came forward and said, hey, guys, 2024 is the year of no pants. Let's just say it.
Oh, wow.
No pants in 2024 because why the hell not? He's Kanye West, and he says his new wife looks good with no pants, so you should too. Anyways, a lot of breaking news, everybody. A lot of breaking news. I will yay pants away, I guess. I guess I'll yay him away for the new year, right? 2024. Yay, no pants all day. I don't know. Anyways, a lot of breaking news. Thank you all for being here. And this is that time where all my fabulous guests, and of course, my lovely co-hosts, here to give us their moment in the shine and the highlight of the life, the daytime of the world we live in. And they give us what they call their hot take. Come on. All right, now it's time for some hot takes. Now, hot takes, again, if it's your first time on the show, this is that time where you sit down and all of our guests get 1 minute on the clock to break down all of their hot takes for all the breaking news that I just broke down for you right now. Can they get their hot takes? Can they beat the bomb and it blows up before they say all their hot takes, the bomb blow up, cut them off, and send them right to Dreamfield? Because it is Friday. You gotta drink, you gotta drink, you gotta drink. If you get all the hot takes wrong on a drunken Friday, that's what happens on Kruse Control. And because it is Friday, I think it is time to drink because there has been a lot of talking on my part. I am very thirsty.
Yeah, you definitely need to wet your whistle after all that.
Oh my God. Oh, that was a lot.
Whistle.
Wet it.
But let's keep it professional now, beautiful. Keep it professional. You know what I'm saying? I'm Pep Star, and I keeps it professional. I'm a professional.
Thanks, Peppy.
Yeah.
He's definitely been drinking.
Yes, he has. Yes. Peppy, have you been drinking? I think Peppy's been drinking. I think he has.
Don't be jealous of my move.
Look at them eyes.
Yeah. Peppy.
Yes, sir.
He's really good at keeping them open.
Yeah. He really is.
It's Friday. Let's all take a sippy drink.
All right. That's the Pep Star Friday. So, Sabrina, now we have gotten to that point. We're at the hot take section of the show. So this is my time where I go to you and I say, Sabrina, who should go first for the hot takes? You know, it's Friday. Where do you think it needs to go first and knock these out? Will they get them right? Who knows? But I'm sending off your route. What do you think?
Well, first I would like to say hi to H and Chilla that just showed up in the chat. It's been a minute. Miss
What's
you.
up? Snickety snack.
Second, since Ron dipped out on us last Friday, he's definitely going first. Okay, so get ready, motherfucker.
Ron was dumped last week, man.
It sounds like Ron was dumped.
Did you break up with your Wi-Fi?
Yes.
Rude.
And it's bitter. It's bitter this week, I'll tell you.
Some shit went down last Friday. I don't know what it was. Call it a New Year not miracle, I would say. But what's up, Ty? How you doing, man? So, Ron.
Yes.
Are you ready for your hot takes?
1, 2, 3. Yes, I'm ready.
12. 1, 2, 3. Yes, I'm ready.
There's 12. There's 12. If I had Sean here, he would tell us. I think it's like 4 seconds to talk.
7, 8.
But all right, I'm queuing the clock up right now. Here we go. All right, Ron, I believe in you. Hot takes in 3, 2, 1.
Golden Globes coming. I'm so excited about Golden Globes. I love it. It's the first award show of award season. I'm surprised it is happening in January. Trailer of the Flower Moon Appletv. Somebody approached me on the street today, asked me if I saw that random, just out of the blue, and I said no. I have an 11-year-old. I see Five Nights at Freddy's. American Born Chinese. That's too bad. Suicide Squad. That would have been fun. I'm sorry that's not there. 13-year-old beats Tetris. I heard about this the other day. I think it's great. Q2 is going to demonetize Steamboat Willie. I'm confused by this whole thing because Disney gave it up. T.I. is sued for no more sexual assault. Sexual assault, not good. Rowling's earned $10 million. I was like, only $10 million? Doesn't he have like $59 billion? Professor X is still around. Okay, that's great. Nolan criticized the fall time. Oh, that's too bad because it just keeps everybody in shape. And YE says no pants in 2024. I wear no pants all the time.
Great job.
Everybody, Ron got the hot takes. He's gonna catch up.
I'm gonna catch up.
Great hot takes, Ron. How do you feel?
I feel great. Now I got all this gold going too.
Solid gold. Good job, Ron. I felt great about that too. I don't know who's going to break those hot takes. So we'll do a poll afterwards in the chat to find out what they think actually won hot takes. But that's going to be a tough one to beat there. Sabrina, are you going to go next or you have pawn it off to Jordan over there?
I don't know. It's Jordan's second time. Let's see what you can do, buddy.
All right, let's do this.
All right. Jordan wants it. He needs it. He wants those hot takes. He's been practicing at home all day long. Very excited.
I don't want to embarrass myself again.
Okay, Jordan.
Just make sure Snoopy's over your shoulder, and I think we'll be good to go.
I think Winnie the Pooh's there.
I got Winnie the Pooh there. Blood.
And it's Wolverine jacket.
Yeah.
All right, Jordan. I'm queuing up the clock. Ready? Hot takes in 3, 2, 1. Hot takes.
Golden Globes. I'm glad they're back. I haven't watched award shows in years. It's kind of gone downhill. Killers of the Flower Moon. Haven't seen it. Want to see it, but I'm not subscribing to Apple TV to get it. Air Cut. Joker. His Joker was a little weird, but I think his cut would have been better. 13-year-old beats Tetris. Good for him. I'm glad he did it. YouTube demonetized. I think it was a demonetization. Like, what happened was, I think it's like an AI bot just said, "Oh, Mickey Mouse, Jonathan Majors, this is just a PR stunt to get him to fix, you know, his image." T.I., not surprised. J.K. Rowling, like Queen said, that's still a thing. Professor X, he'll always be Professor X. Nolan, yeah, he's trying to work out on the Peloton, and yay, I don't wear pants!
He's trying to work out on a Peloton.
I think he got it, everybody. I'm gonna still give him some stars and some confetti. And
We gave the title of what you said, but he's trying to work out on a Peloton.
Peloton! Yeah.
There's a Peloton
How
and
do
a
you
no.
feel?
It's a whatever.
You feel good? You feel good though?
I feel good.
Jordan made it. I think he made it. He made it happen. He could have not made it. He didn't pull a Mr. Casey. I love Mike a lot, but you know,
Mike writes jokes for everyone. That's why he can't do it. Every
one day
time you
Mike will
say
do it.
go,
I can't wait.
no, you say
I
go, and he
spent
goes, okay, so, the Golden Globes, and then he like goes into like joke mode. It's amazing.
Well, I spent too much time on the Joker. It's like that was like a whole topic. Like he got me. Like he's like Ayer cut, and I'm like, I could talk about this for 20 minutes.
I know. I was waiting for some serious information on that and on Professor X, and you were like, "He'll always be Professor X." I'm like, "Okay, that's a hot take, I guess. Yeah, I'll take that."
Yeah, I'm trying to get.
Because Jordan wants to give Sean a run for his money on that comic book aficionado thing. You know, he wants to be like the man, but I don't know. Maybe one day,
No,
Jordan.
that ain't happening.
So Sabrina, it's down to you now. Are you ready for your hot takes? That's the question right now.
Wait, is this real, Lexi? T.I. goes with his daughter to the doctor and has her check to see if she still has her hymen in front of him.
I heard that same
my
thing.
God.
I
Woof.
have heard that.
Is that real? I hope
think it
that's
is.
not-
I mean-
I've heard it
Oh
from
my
multiple.
God. Oh, that's so unfortunate.
That seems like a
He
lot.
was dropped. He was dropped from the last Ant-Man for all his allegations.
He
It's
was
Friday,
supposed to
let's
be an
just
ant.
take a
Oh, that's
drink.
right. He was
Everybody,
like he
sip
works
and
in
sip
the.
right now.
Sorry.
He was one of the
Sorry,
third guys. Yeah.
Yep, him and Michael Pena. Michael Pena wasn't in it
Mhm.
either, though.
No, I don't
they got
think
rid of
had
everybody
any
from
them.
that.
Yeah.
Got rid of all of them because they're in the
Because-
quantum realm. They said there was no room for them.
Because
Yeah.
T.I.'s checking hymens and raping people. Is that what's going on?
Yeah, that was probably a good
Brutal.
call for Marvel. I mean, they got rid of Jonathan
Mhm.
Majors like that once he was convicted, so maybe they don't want to touch
They-
him. It'd be like that Puff Daddy thing. They wouldn't want to Puff Daddy in a freaking Marvel movie. That's not gonna happen.
Poor Michael Pena. That's what I say. I drink
Yeah,
to you,
he's
so
Michael Pena.
I'll drink to you, Michael
He was-
Pena. Yeah,
He was good in Ant-Man. Yep.
I loved him.
you're right.
I like
You're right,
him in
gentleman
everything.
and a
He's really
scholar.
good. He's fun.
He's good.
Yeah,
All right, there we go.
Well,
That's what I
Sabrina.
take for you.
Sabrina.
Lexi really put me on tilt right now. I don't even know what's
Yeah.
happening. Gross.
They could. I love
Wolf.
Richard Tracy. They could do Suicide Squad 100 ways,
and
and
it would still suck.
it would still suck. I love that. It's so good.
Richard Tracy.
That does sound
I
weird.
love that picture.
And gross.
Ugh. Are you sweet talking me?
All right. Now,
So,
I mean,
Sabrina?
after that fact, I don't know how I'm going to do hot takes, but I'm gonna try.
I think you're ready. I think you're born ready.
you're ready.
Ready to do this.
That really took the wind out of my sails.
You're channeling some Brooklyn with you, to make you like really get it. So I believe in you. Channel that, use that, make it happen, manifest
Brooklyn
that shit.
Dodgers.
Because the hot takes are coming. They're coming. So
All right.
are you ready?
I have something
for
in
your
mind.
hot
Yeah,
takes?
Let's do this. Ugh.
All right. Cueing the clock up. Hot takes in 3, 2, 1. Hot takes.
I had no idea the Golden Globes were on Sunday, so thank you for that information. I will definitely be tuning in. Killers of the Flower Moon is going to be free. Great, because I was not going to go pay to spend 3.5 hours of my life in a fucking movie theater. Hard pass on that. Thank you very much. American Born Chinese. I never heard of it, but it has a fantastic cast, and I'm kind of bummed that it's not going on because I probably would have checked it out in the long run. The director's cut of Suicide Squad, I had a little bit of hope for it because of the director's cut of Justice League, which was much better than the Joss Whedon version, but also like it's still the same director, so kind of I'm not really feeling you, bro. The kid beat Tetris. I didn't know there was beating Tetris. Like that's super weird. I didn't know that was a thing. I actually went to the Nintendo Championships when I was like 13 for Tetris, and I came in like third. And I don't even remember what level it was, but that's weird to me, and also super awesome. You should probably get a life. Jonathan Majors, fuck you. Don't want to watch anything you have to do. Mickey Mouse, you sold it off. Don't care. T.I. and your wife, ugh, super gross. J.K. Rowling, you're a loser. Fuck off. Don't care about your play. Patrick Stewart, I second you. Jordan. Nolan, Tenet. I didn't hate Tenet, but why are we criticizing a movie that came out years ago? Stupid. And Yee, please keep your pants on, bro. Ugh. Boom.
She got it. She
She
got
made
it.
it.
Give her the pomp circumstance. Give her the lights, the confetti. Give her some
I saw it was
fireworks.
like 7 seconds, and I was like, oh no, what am I going to do? I phoned in Patrick Stewart on you, Jordan. Like you phoned in the
That's
Peloton
okay.
situation.
I did.
Good.
I phoned.
I'll give myself my
these
own
ladies-
fireworks, Brian. Don't worry about it.
They're not. They said they were going. They might have gone, and I don't really know. It said they were going, but didn't get to their. I don't know what was happening there. Sometimes the system tells me to. They say, Brian, just take a drink and just don't think about it. Just what they say. Just don't think about it.
That's
But
fine. I'm fine with that. I have my own graphics. Don't worry about it.
your own system make it happen. Yeah, but great hot takes across the board. It's just crazy, all this stuff going down. I'm going to start a poll right now because, of course, I'm going to start a poll. It's that time of the day, time of the night. Who won the hot takes? That's the question I'm going to put out there to the Kruse verse out there, and we're going to find out who won the hot takes. Is it going to be Sabrina? Is it going to be Ron? Is it going to be Jodan? I'm going to call him
Jodan.
or is it going to be Peppy? Or just for fun? They're only giving me that many, so never mind. Or is it going to be Peppy? Just for fun. I'm starting that poll right now. Everybody, you let me know what you think. Who won the hot takes? So going right now out there, enjoy the poll. It's everybody got. I thought it was good, good across the board, but I killed it for the hot takes. It was good. It's a fun hot takes. You know what? Before we move on, before we do anything, I think I drink though because it is Friday. It's been a week.
Cheers.
Woo! Everybody, welcome Friday. Happy to have everybody here live, like not pixelated in color, just like kicking ass like always because we've had some issues.
Not broken
here
up
and
with
there.
their Wi-Fi.
Yeah, there was no time with that. Like my Wi-Fi was also like making me have pixelated tears of fucking sadness too on Wednesday. So it is what it is. But thank you all for being here. As always, get those PlayStation graphics away, throw them in the trash. It's a long time ago. Pixelation is not for your friend. And honestly, we have a lot to talk about today. So now it's time, everybody, to get into it. Come on. So the very first thing I want to talk about here is leave Britney the fuck alone. That's probably too early for YouTube. Leave Britney alone, everybody. Leave Britney alone. That's all I can say because Britney, everybody, she came forward today and she was talking about her career, what she's been doing, where she's going. And this 42-year-old singer said, hey, everybody, in this lengthy Instagram post, because she loves doing Instagram posts. We know that we talk about her with their knives, her with their belly shirts, her with, I don't know what's going on there some days. Brittany, Sabrina will be your friend. We've had this conversation before. You need a friend, call Sabrina up. She'll take care of you. She's there for you. She's waiting for you. It'll be great. But she came forward. She says, I will never return to the music industry. I will never! Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. And when I write songs, I write them for fun or I write it for other people. For those who think that I'm going to come back, it's not going to happen. Read my book. And the people that say I didn't write that, I wrote that book. But she said she is done with this industry. She said she's written over 20 songs for other people in the past 2 years. Now she's becoming a ghostwriter. And honestly, she says that she enjoys it that way. So for her right now, her being on stage, being Britney Spears, hanging out with that snake like Chris Panico likes, she said she's done. And I honestly, I don't actually think this is a lie. I mean, for somebody like her, what she's gone through in the past few years and how she's been treated by her family, by her fans, people have been crying to help her out. Like, it's got to be tough to be Britney Spears. Like, I guess it's got to be fantastic to be Britney Spears. It has to be a fucking great thing. I would love to be Britney Spears. You know what? I'll take that any day. But at the end of the day, she's gone through so much hardship and so much shit. Maybe she just needs to step away for a long time. And the memoir has done very well. We're getting a part 2. And her last album came out, Glory, back in 2016. So maybe Britney needs some time to relax and step away from the limelight and just be Britney. Figure out who Britney is again. Find herself. Take a moment. Take a breath, Britney. Breathe. And, still be creative. That's great. But is this real? Is she going to step away? That's the question I'm going to send out to my guests tonight because that's the biggest thing. It's a discussion piece. Let's do this. Ron, what do you think about this, Ron? Do you think that Britney Spears is done? Do you think that she can step away? Or do you think that this will last maybe, a couple of years and she'll be back on stage, doing her whole thing again and kicking some ass and be the performer that she's always been destined to be?
I actually think that this is it. She's done. I read her book and she had a lot to say about her family. And She was tortured in the last like 13 years. And I can only imagine, like, if I was doing a gig, a show, and it ended, and I'd be so relieved. And then if they wanted me to come back and do something else, I don't know if I'd want to go back. And hers is, magnified by a million.
Yeah.
I say good for her. Why not be a ghostwriter? That's great. That's fantastic. I love that. But, yeah, I think I'll miss her. I do enjoy her. But I think it's about time for her, and she's got to stand up for herself.
Do you think that just all the pressure of everything around just kind of like set her off? Like she's like, I think that's what it is. Like you listen and read the whole book. So like, do you think that this is really like, after reading that, do you think that's the statement she was putting forward in there?
Well, I had it read to me on Audible, but it was the same thing.
I love it.
On
Spotify.
I think she's done. She's just done.
Mhm.
The things she talks about of the industry, but playing it safe too, were just the way she was treated with just everything. And like she would say, at one point, she was the hottest woman in the world as far as
Yeah.
talent. I mean, and the things that were happening to her and what people were doing, I couldn't believe it. Madonna would never let that happen. And it's just, she's been taken advantage of. She has supported way too many people in her career.
Yeah, I feel so bad for her, Ron. I feel like that. What do you do when you're a kid like that too, and you get wrapped into that world?
And then
and like
the stuff
your
with Justin Timberlake. Whoa.
Oh, that stuff too. And that was a lot that she put up, the whole abortion thing and how she cried and he didn't care. There's a lot of heavy stuff that she carried around with her for all these years. And you're Britney Spears, you can't get away from it. You're always out there. So people are going to expect to know your life story. And that's got to be a hard thing. It's got to be take a toll on you. But she was like 15 years old when she started something like that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I honestly, I do agree with you. I think this actually might be real. I think she might be done. Sabrina, what do you think? You hear this too? Do you think that Britney Spears is a person that could be done? Or do you think that overall her love for music will bring her back and it will overpower all the negativity that she's had in her life for her whole career so far?
Okay, so I mean, she's had like 9 albums, and of those 9 albums, I think she co-wrote, not wrote, like 4 songs. So I don't know what she's currently ghostwriting. Not trying to be an asshole. I love Britney,
Like
and I would love for people
Sabrina, look at that. Look at that.
I would love for people. I would love for people to leave her alone. Like Nicolas Cage, I know. I put that up specifically for my speech. No, so I mean, I don't know, like, and to say that you're a ghostwriter for I mean, I could say, like, right now I could say I'm a ghostwriter for 30 songs right now. Who the fuck's ghostwriter means my name's not on it, so who the fuck knows? Oh yeah, I wrote 20 songs last year. And again, not trying to be an asshole. I really like her. I think people have tortured her. I think she's had a very tortured life. Her family's a bunch of assholes. Every man who she has gotten near has used her. And I have a lot of compassion for her. And like Brian said, girl, meet me at Starbucks. Okay, let's hang out. So I feel like she is very scarred, but I feel like she's also, because she is very scarred. Ooh, hot picture. She has this need for attention, like her Instagram, where she's half naked, dancing with knives and doing weird shit and on a stripper pole and a thigh guy. It's like, you don't need to do that, girl. You don't, everyone is like, and any man like between the ages of 15 and 40 has masturbated to you many fucking times. So we don't need this, what you're doing now. Like, it's totally fine. It's happened. And a lot of women too, by the way. So I don't think, well, Ron, I mean, but there is this obvious need for attention because her fucking, life has been fucked up and shitty. And that's how she feels good about herself. And that's totally normal and common. And I totally understand that. So I think that there is a chance that maybe 5 years that they're like, can you do this Grammy performance with, freaking Cyndi Lauper and some new up and come Olivia Rodrigo or something, and she might be like, okay, I'll, for whatever, I'm sure they'll offer a pretty penny and she'll probably be like, okay, I'll do this one thing. Like, I don't think she's going to go out and make an album. I don't think she's going to tour. I think she's done with that. I agree with you guys on that. But, I just feel like there's a chance because of that need for attention and satisfaction or adoration of others that she may do that. Although she does, get that on Instagram every day. So I don't know. But I think that what happened to her was criminal. I think her family should be in fucking jail. And I think that she is a tortured soul and was not dealt a very good hand. However, I think that now that she's alone, hopefully she can focus on herself and come out on top and not fall prey to another giant douchebag trying to take her money.
Isn't the best for her. And the fact that, again, yeah, maybe there's a promise like that spring where they bring her back, you know, and that happened with Madonna for years too. It's happened with Michael Jackson. You know,
she's definitely still paying support. I'm sorry, Brian. I mean, Queen asked if she was paying support to K-Fed. Yes, she is. She absolutely is.
Oh yeah, they have kids together. That money's still happening.
I think they live in Hawaii now.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at you, Ron. Get it.
And the youngest team next year.
I love that. That's great. I feel bad for her, though, everything she's gone through. Jordan, do you feel bad for Britney? Do you think that this is the end of the Spears movement? Do you think that after this whole career, what she's gone down between her parents, her, you know, toxic relationships, people trying to take advantage of her, I think in a lot of ways, Jordan, I think she's still a child in an adult's body in a lot of ways, because she never got a chance to grow up just like Michael Jackson did. Do you think that enough of that has like swayed her from the business that she will step away? Or do you think, like Sabrina said, something like an Oscar performance or a Grammy thing or something like that will bring her back to the limelight and make her do more projects? Because her agents say it's not done too, but she says it's done. How do you feel, Jordan?
Well, I think she is kind of done, but like, I don't blame her. I mean, what she went through was horrific. Her family, like Sabrina said, her family is trash. The way they treated her, and I sometimes agree with you, Brian. I think she is like a kid still in an adult's body. But then you look at certain things like Christina Aguilera. She's doing the residency in Las Vegas. I could see her one day maybe doing a residency in Vegas. Like
she already did one.
She did before. Yeah, she did before.
First.
Yeah.
Oh,
she was
that's
first.
Right. That's right.
Chris Nico saw him.
I think it might pull her back. I mean, when you're an entertainer, you're always an entertainer. But like I said, she's been through a lot, and I think maybe she just wants to like relax and like, you know, just sit on a beach and just live her life.
I think she needs to get her head on straight, Jordan. I think, like, have you seen those Instagram posts at all? I feel like she just
yeah.
She just needs time. Don't you think she just needs some time just to like figure out who she is? Like, you've been like living in this industry, but you've been told over and over again who you are. That's just what it is.
Well, that's half the problem. It's like, stop posting your shit with your fake knives, half naked, throwing your knives around. I mean,
no, that's
just
thing,
her
dude.
lashing out. That's her lashing out. I think. I think she's lashed out.
Leave that
My
alone.
favorite part, though, is there's always in the background, the couch pillows are always like fucked up and strewn about. There's like a shirt on top of a lamp. I'm like, when has the housekeeper been here since? Like, I don't understand what's going on. There's like always trash on the floor around her, and she's like doing some like weird, like interpretive dance situation.
I clean my house myself.
Her hair around. She doesn't clean her house herself. Come on, she's a billionaire. Let's not be ridiculous.
Yeah.
But every time, I'm like, could we not just tighten up the background before we did the video? Like, it drives me nuts. I have OCD. Every time I'm
she's
like,
I got money. I don't care.
I don't need that shit.
Like 2 knives, 1 whip. I'm like, damn, girl, get it.
I just think that, again, like we're saying, she's just been beat up with this industry. And we've talked about that multiple times in the show about like what it is to be a performer and what it means to go through the Hollywood system, especially the music system. They get fucking smashed. When you come out into this industry as a child and you become an adult in it and you grow and you thrive through it, you have to like deal with like giving up your childhood. And your childhood becomes something totally different. It's like a work childhood. And I think that really affects people. Like Michael Jackson, even though people will hate Michael Jackson, love him, they'll go back and forth about it. Macaulay Culkin said it best. He's like, I just think when I got big, he realized what I could go through as a child actor and where I could go. And he went through it as a musician. He would just wanted to help me deal with it, because no one knows it best than a child that actually goes through it and has to deal with their parents taking their money, you know, taking care of their power and controlling their life.
They made a whole law, that the Coogan law. Like, I mean, like, so that parents can't just profit off of the fruits of their children's labor, because that's what was happening for a long time. And like with Britney, well, unfortunately, it didn't fall in the same way. You know, first of all, because it was music, but then like the father got the conservatorship over her. So like he basically was living off of her money and giving her an allowance. She was like a multimillionaire, and she'd be like, "Can I have $5 to get a Starbucks?"
Please.
Like, that's fucked up. You know what I mean? And then like also like someone said, I think it was Richard Tracy said, her parents didn't make her get married twice. And you're absolutely right. However, when you are like treated like not a person, like a robot. Like you do this, you do that, and you make money. You do this for me. Like she wants somebody to love her. She wants somebody to care about her. She wants someone to let her make decisions, to make her feel special, And so that is, I think, what led to, her romantic situations that didn't work out because she was so starved for attention and carves attention. That's actually very good, Zach. That she wound up making bad decisions, and like people who were abused much less than her do the same thing. So I do not fault her for that at all. Someone treats you the right way, says the right thing at the right time. All of a sudden you're like, that's exactly what I need in this moment in time. And then there you are. And someone who is in that position and can be like, hey, let's go get married in Paris. I'm like, okay, cool. I mean, I'm not saying that she did. I don't know where she got married, but I'm just saying like it's
anywhere.
It's a different situation,
private excursion out somewhere. Yeah, it's different. But overall, Britney has to cope with her whole life, and she has been trying to figure it out. And I think that her videos are her just being like, hey, I don't know who I'm at, where I'm at, who I am. I'll figure it out. And I think that what she says here has some merit behind it. I think that she has been dealt a raw hand as a performer, and she has been a sex symbol for a long time since she was a kid. And it's hard to get past that. It's hard to find your way. And I think that for her to do that, after this last relationship especially, I think it's time for her to heal, step back, and figure it out. And I think there's some truth to this. Maybe she'll come back one day. She might. But honestly, I think that she will be gone for a long time. Hopefully, right, Ron? Hopefully she comes back, Britney. Leave Britney alone. Leave her alone.
Leave her alone.
But somebody that can't be left alone is Shia LaBeouf, everybody. And Shia LaBeouf apparently wants to be a deacon. And this is one of those things that I saw it and I was like, Deacon LaBeouf, everybody. That's all that's been mad all day. Just for Deacon LaBeouf. But back in 2014, he did this movie called Fury. If you ever saw it, it's like a war movie. He's like dealing with tanks and being back on the battlefield. And after that he found Catholicism. So he fell in love with the church, the Catholic Church, and he got very involved. And now at this point, he's like fully invested. He's going to church all the time. And his decision now is that he wants to become a deacon. He's like, which again, a deacon is a person. Now, of course, I don't think Shia LaBeouf's married, but if you're not married and wants to become a deacon, you can't get married. So you're really becoming almost like a priest. But he just has fallen in love with it so much. He's been baptized and all this. There's a lot of pictures I'll show you tonight what happened with him. But to me, Shia LaBeouf has gone through a lot of shit. Again, it's almost like a theme tonight. Except he's an actor now. Like he started off as Even Stevens, and he's there with Ray, and he's a goofy kid, and then he wanted to become serious. He's punching walls for auditions for Transformers, trying to prove he's a bad guy. He's got the switchblade comb in Indiana Jones, and that didn't work out, so he's got to deal with that shit about being the person that like ruined Indiana Jones. And he's been like trying to like battle off this whole Shia LaBeouf is a goofy character, and he must be the bad boy. He's been wanting to be that for so long. So I think that he's had some demons for a long time. So to me personally, I think this is a good thing for him. I think whatever's happened in Shia LaBeouf's life, like you saw him get arrested a couple of years ago too, had that video camera and all that shit went down. He was like beat somebody up. He's been punching walls again, like I've said. This might be a good thing for him. Like a deacon just surprised me. I'm very Shia LaBeouf. I like that, Queen. I'm very surprised that he would go this far into the church. But you know what? To each their own. I think it might be what he needs today. I think it might be what he needs. And I hope the best for Shia, because I think that Shia goes a little bit too extreme sometimes with his roles. Jordan, I talked about this earlier, so I'm going to go to Jordan first about this. But I think Jordan, he goes too far. And I think that the personality, his personality type is just like too much sometimes for the entertainment industry. Like we get on set, we want to be able to like have fun, hang out. And I think whatever's been happening in his life, like battle of that, being that child actor again, transitioning to being an adult actor, I think is very tough and it's taken a toll on him. Do you think that's why it led him down this path towards like, a new discovery towards his life, a new manifestation of a new path in life? Or do you think that maybe this was just writing on the wall for a long time and he was going to find his way to, I guess to God a long time ago? I mean, I gotta say it as is. Like a dime is a dime, a penny is a penny, a nickel's a nickel, right?
Just some of the stories I've heard about his method acting, it's just like crazy. Like John Bernthal used to come out and say, like in Fury, like they were in the military, supposed to be in a tank for like weeks on end, months. Shia wouldn't shower, and he used to bitch all the time how much he stunk, or like he pulled his own tooth out. I mean, the man is kind of like out there. He takes his craft seriously, but I also believe a dude can change. Maybe he did find something he believes in. I mean, there's all different religions out there. There's all different ways of life. You just got to find something you believe in. And maybe this would turn his life around. I mean, he has had it kind of tough because he had to work out. There you go, Even Stevens. I mean, look at that goofball right there.
You start there. Disney show, right?
Yep. And from that, he had to go to Transformers, where all he did was really scream, "You're not having this all spark!" Thank you, Brian. That's all he did in those movies. And then he tried to get a little serious, and I think he got knocked out by Tom Hardy in that one movie he was in with him.
That happens, man.
So, yeah, I think maybe if he's
Will Shia be okay,
good for him.
Jordan? Will Shia be okay?
I think he'll be okay. I think a lot of people turned it around. A lot of people have turned it around. Look at Robert Downey Jr. Look at how much stuff he was into. I think he'll be okay. I think he can make a comeback.
And Lexi made a good point in the chat too about his family. And his family is, again, child actor, family troubles. He wrote that whole was it called Honey Pot? It's not called Honey Pot. Honey Pot's something totally different.
Something like that. No, it was
Honey Pot's about a vagina or something. Honey.
It was something like that though, because it was about his life. His dad was his manager.
I don't know. But he wrote that movie about his dad, and it was about him and his dad and his relationship. So he's gone through a lot of stuff from child actors too. That's like how do you find your way again? You start off that early. Honey boy, thanks, H Chinchilla, friend of the show.
Thank you.
Appreciate
I was just trying to look it up.
Good fact check from the Chinchilla out there. Chinchillas are very smart, but in case you're wondering, feed them well when you see them. Sabrina, when you see this, are you surprised about Deacon LaBeouf? I want to call him Deacon Bautista because our friend of the show, Dave Bautista, was a deacon in his wrestling characters a long time ago. Just that's a fun fact for you out there. But Deacon LaBeouf, impressive drink. Impressions. Oh, I thought I said impressive. I'll take impressive drink. No. But Sabrina, do you think that whatever he's been going through again, you think that it's also the child actor thing, like being a child actor, like falling apart with your family, everything you go through? Do you think that path leads you to this? That you have to take a step back, look at your life, and maybe God is what can save him. I don't know. Do you think that will actually help Shia LaBeouf? Will he be okay at the end? Because I worry about it. I guess I told Joy I worry about Shia LaBeouf, and I hope the best for him. But I think that he has.
You worry about? Do you stay up at night and worry about Shia LaBeouf? Is that what's going on?
Wednesdays. Only after the show's on Wednesdays. Only after Wednesdays. Hump days are very important to me and LaBeouf. But Sabrina, what do you think about
Sunday, you're like, I'm reflecting upon my week. I hope Shia LaBeouf is okay today.
Hump days, maybe Sundays once in a while. But do you think that his child actor path led him to this?
Well, I mean, historically, yes, child actors have a rough life. I mean, Drew Barrymore was blowing lines at 11 years old. You know what I mean? Just child actors are usually exploited by their parents. They're in adult situations way before they should be, and things are askew in their brain. I was not a child actor, and I've had a very fucking rough. People are just, mental health is a real fucking thing, and when I was in high school, I was fucking chubby and I fucking was a nerd, and people made fun of me all the time, and I was like, I just want to die. I would just like to not be here anymore. Thank you. You know what I mean? And whatever, things were fine. And when I was in high school, I was a freaking cheerleader, but I was also in ROTC, and I was, in the honor society, but I was also running track. I did it's really hard when you're young and all of these things are being thrown at you in regular life. Now imagine that on a fucking set. You know what I mean? It's insane what these kids go through, and their parents are pushing them, and you have to do this and you have to do that. And think about situations you see children in on set when you're like, what parent was like, that's okay for this to happen? You know what I mean? The parents don't give a shit. And most of the time they're people who wanted to be actors, and they're like, whatever, I couldn't do it, so now you're going to do it. Here you go. And that's kind of fucked too. And I'm not talking about legacy kids, but a lot of child actors or it's those who can't do teach. So the parents are like, this is what you're going to do because that's what I want to do, and I couldn't do it. So yes, 100%. I think that plays into it. I hope that if this is the path for him, great. I usually find that when this type of thing happens, and I don't mean just religion, people who are drug addicts and replace that with going to the gym, or, you replace something with church, it's just another addiction, and it's in a different way. So I don't know how long this will last or how successful it will be. You know what I mean? I really don't. But I hope the best for him, obviously. I don't want to see him crash and burn. I just Mace retired from acting to retired from rapping to be a preacher. And then he kind of fell off for a minute and came back, and then he went now I think in 2020 or something, he's now the pastor of a church in Atlanta. So it's been pretty successful for him. So maybe this is his calling. I don't know. And I, again, wish him the best. He's had a rough, childhood and grew up in this industry. Anyone who grows up in this industry, like as an adult in this industry, it's fucked up. The hours are weird. You can't have a normal life. Like, sometimes like you're on a completely different schedule. And I don't know how people are in couples that someone works in the industry and someone doesn't. Because your spouse basically for 9 months on a movie is never going to be home. You know what I mean? Like it's just a weird business, and it's like everyone who chooses to be in it has a certain something. And there's a lot of people who couldn't handle it. But when you're a child and you don't have that choice, I think that's going to monumentally fuck you for life. Honestly, I hope that he figures his shit out. And if this is what he wants, like, good for you, dude. I'm Deacon it up. Congratulations. Mahalo.
He's very happy the response, Brandon.
Amen.
Very happy the response.
Yeah, he's thrilled. Thank you, sir.
Thrilled.
What movie was that?
Oh, man.
Thank you. Let me give myself some fireworks.
He just needs to come back to Transformers, like that crossover they're talking about.
He
Transformers.
should be the president in Transformers. That's all I'm saying.
There you go.
Transformers,
G.I. Joe, the crossover.
He's the president.
No Megan
That'd
Fox.
be great. Well, she can be.
No.
She can be killed in the first 5 minutes. I'll take that. First 5 minutes, kill her off. Her hammer thumbs are gone.
Get out of here.
I'd rather have the one.
Get out of here, Ron says.
What's her name? That was she's married to Jason Statham. She was in the third Transformers, his girlfriend. I'd rather have her back. Rose. The heck's her name?
McGowan?
No.
No.
I was just thinking of another terrible actress named Rose. Like
she's the Australian actress. She's
Australian, yes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Rose Byrne.
She's Australian.
Oh yeah, Rose Byrne. No.
Rose Byrne.
No, she's good.
We need a fact check out there. Everybody knows this. Put it out there in the chat, please. We need that right now.
Oh,
very important.
Oh my
Friday.
God. Zach said Rosie. I was like, oh, here it is. Nope, another joke. Rosie O'Donnell.
Jason Statham and Rosie O'Donnell. That's a pair.
Yeah, I mean,
that would be amazing.
Charisma Carpenter.
Wait, so not Rose, not Rose at all.
No charisma.
Not Rose at all. Not Rose one bit. I don't know. Ron, okay, you hear about this? We're talking about Mr. LaBeouf here, like Deacon LaBeouf. Do you think that Deacon LaBeouf is the right? I mean, again, Ron does a lot of motivational stuff. There's 3Gs all day. Check him out on Instagram. He's fucking kicking ass, talking about motivation, what you're grateful for every day. Do you think that maybe he went through something? Hey, we'll come back to you. We'll come back to you. Hold your thought. I'm having a good moment with Ron right now, Jordan.
Thank you.
So do you think, because you're very motivational and you're really pushing people to find what they're grateful for, do you think that he went through something like that? Because I know you did help a lot of people out before too. Do you think that that's something that he's been going through, and that maybe that this path is what he found out inside of him that makes him like, this is what I need to do to change my life, to find out who I'm meant to be as an individual, as a human being? Or do you think that, that maybe he might be just going through shit and he's just trying to throw anything at the wall to fix his life?
I think it's a little bit of both, actually. I think the Deacon, it came to him and he thought that's interesting, probably thought about it, but I don't think he's looking at it like this is going to save me. But yeah, maybe he can learn something from it. Maybe he can learn about himself from it. And I think that he's probably open to that. And he's not hurting anybody. He's not going to hurt anybody with it. And if he gains something out of it, some wisdom, some clarity of things, and more power to you. He hasn't had an easy go at it.
He hasn't. And he did, you can tell for a long time, he was kind of going down the rabbit hole with his life. And I think everyone talked about it in Hollywood. Maybe it wasn't shouted to the heavens in the news and the press and all that, but everybody knew about it. Do you think that Shia LaBeouf, again, I'm asking everybody this because I think it's the most important question of the night when it comes to Shia LaBeouf. Do you think that he'll be able to get past this point in his life, Ron? Or do you think that he could fall victim to, a lot of people do, and they just lose themselves completely and drop out from Hollywood and disappear? Because maybe the Deacon thing's good, but it could be a sidestep. And do you think that Shia will be okay, Ron?
I think he's searching and looking. So as long as he's doing that, I don't think he's going to be disappearing. I don't think he's giving up. I think he's looking for more. And great, more power to you.
Yeah, much more power to him. I'm very excited to see more and more positive news about Shia LaBeouf moving forward with it. And I think that's what the step is. When I heard this, I was shocked. I'm making a joke about it. We joke on the show. It's a comedy news show. So we joke about it. Deacon LaBeouf sounds hilarious to me.
Yes, it does.
It sounds funny,
It does.
but overall, we've seen what he's gone through and what he's been and what he's become, and so I hope the best for him. And hopefully, this is the thing that helps him, like Ron's saying. Hopefully, this is like what saves his soul, helps him find himself, and he becomes like a better person, better individual. And then hopefully, he comes back to being a solid actor again. He kicks ass and he finds his way again. We'll have to wait to find out, but he is apparently thinking about becoming a deacon. That's happening. Good for him, honestly.
Do you ever confuse him and Joseph Gordon-Levitt?
You know, I don't think
No.
I mean, it's an age thing. I think it's an age and
well,
he's more high pitched than Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I mean,
well, I think also because I worked with Joe for so long, like Joe is.
What'd you
just
work
a different
with him on?
I worked with him on Inception. I worked with him on Dark Knight Rises.
I worked with him on
also,
Third Rock. I did Third Rock.
Oh, nice!
Oh my God, did you?
wow.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
That's awesome.
How could you confuse him with Shia LaBeouf if you worked on?
Yeah, right.
He was young at the time. He was young at the time. Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
But,
even Stevens.
I mean,
you're like
that makes sense though, Ron. You've been doing like sitcoms for such a long time. That makes sense that you know him back then. Was he? How was he back then? Just like a very happy kid, because Joe was a friend of the show again.
A very happy kid, and you think about it. This was in the early '90s and early to mid. And I remember when he turned 16 and he bought a car, and he bought this. It was like it was like all electric, but there was nothing cool about it. It was in the 90s. Nobody was doing electric cars except for that tall blonde dude. And the one wants to say
that was.
And so that he would drive on the lot with his little electric car, and it was just the funniest thing because he was just kind of like that. He was just in his own little world.
Dude, the first day I met him on Inception, because it's a big set. I was young. It was like 2008. Walking on the set, DiCaprio was there, Nolan's there. They're all friends of the show. Joe was there. It was just like a Ken Watanabe, great cast. And I'm like looking around, and Joe like walked right up to me, and he comes to me, he shakes my hand, and he goes, "Hey man, you're working for me? You're standing in for me?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "I'm Joe. Nice to meet you." I'm like, I guess I took away all the formalities right there. And then we created a bond, and it was just like, just people working. I found the times where he has to be serious, where he's not to be. He's a good guy. And I've heard different things from Shia LaBeouf. That's why I was kind of confused by this conversation, because I heard Shia LaBeouf has been a hothead. Well, and Joe is very method though too. But Joe is method too a lot of ways. Yes. But Joe knows how to turn it off. He knows how to turn it off though.
Yeah, he's not going to go a month without a bath.
Yeah,
well, if you turn it off, it's not technically method, just to be clear.
Yeah, it's true. It's a form of methodology, and I think that's what you should be going for as an actor. I think so, but I feel bad for all these people because again, they start off kids, and a lot of times it dements them, it hurts them, and it fucks up their life. But Shia LaBeouf will be okay, and he might be a deacon. I mean, yeah, Deacon LaBeouf.
Deacon LaBeouf
might be coming very soon.
Deacon LaBeouf.
Deacon LaBeouf.
LaBeouf.
You can't go too far with that. Deacon LaBeouf. But he's been known to punch walls, hit people, kick ass, just like Daredevil has on Netflix. But Daredevil's coming back, everybody. And this is a whole thing that came forward just like yesterday. I'm so excited to talk about, because this is one of those things. I love Daredevil. It's one of those things we talk about comics all the time. But Charlie Cox's Daredevil has been a whole debate lately. D'Onofrio, him, are they the same universe, different universe? Are they spin-offs, or is it a reboot? What the hell is this that we're getting? But now it's come forward that yes, it is the same universe. It is the same characters. They're all canon in the MCU. So all the Netflix show is canon. It's all part of the new Daredevil. Everything you've seen before with Charlie Cox's Daredevil, yes, that's all relative. All the backstories there, it's all relative. It's all real. The creators came forward for the new Daredevil series, talking about Echo too. We're going to watch them for Echo too, because an Echo scene leaked, and they show a fight because Daredevil fights Echo in the new series, and it's shot and it was put out there. So they try to emulate the Daredevil series in the way they did like Wonders, like one take, them fighting back and forth. The fans have been kind of back and forth about it. And I want to talk about Daredevil in general, because I think that this Echo series coming forward could be great. I honestly am excited about it. And this is from the Echo series of Daredevil being there with Charlie Cox. And I hope it's good. Maybe this is just some like rough footage. Who knows? There are some things I will say are a little sloppy in this, but we're going to watch together. We're going to talk about it. Daredevil's coming. It's part of the MCU, but let's watch this little fight scene from the recent Echo series coming out next week. Here it is. Let's check it out. Here, as all friends of the show. Rocking the red suit from Netflix. That's a little slow.
Punches they're not even
What was that? I don't know, but it's still...
That was weird.
Ballet move.
That's the best move.
Cool.
My wife
Oh!
seen it. She says that's the best move.
Everybody's going nuts about this online. I'm like, oh,
Okay.
that's
I
pretty
like
cool.
that.
Okay.
Didn't even hit.
Did he have a wire? He has to have a wire on. How do you get
Had
over that
to.
fucking fence?
Had to have a wire.
Had
It's
to.
not connected now.
Quick release.
Dang, bro.
Quick release.
Oh, and that's a sequence coming out next week. Echo, you can watch all 5 episodes dropping. What day? Jordan? Tuesday, right? Tuesday?
Tuesday, the
Tuesday,
9th.
it's all coming out. What about Elektra? Elektra has been fired. They're recasting her from the Netflix series. Foggy
really?
dies in the first episode. Yep,
Yep.
they're recasting her.
And
They didn't
so
like her.
is
Karen's
Vanessa.
also gone. Oh, Vanessa's recast too. Kingpin's
Recast.
girlfriend's also recast.
Wife.
She probably won't. Yeah, she probably won't even be there. But this came out, and first of all, the idea of being tied to the MCU, I think, is great. I think this fight sequence, I know Jordan's gonna hate on me. I'm gonna wait to go to Jordan because I know he's hating on this sequence. But I think it's actually not that bad. It has a lot of the the feeling of the Netflix show, and I think that's what they're going for. And I think that Charlie Cox coming back, going back to the red suit. This could be a flashback. They said the Echo series has a lot of flashbacks in there from, I guess, that's what they said. So that's how it's tying to Netflix. There's flashbacks in the Netflix series, using some of that footage too in this to tie it all together to make it all canon with MCU. And again, I think that's a great thing to do. But Sabrina, you see this, and I know you've been kind of hit and miss with the Daredevil series. You like Charlie Cox as him. You like D'Onofrio, of course, as him. And we've been talking about this Echo series for a while. Does this actually allure you to the series at all? Does it make you want to watch it more? And does it make you be like, actually have some kind of like finality that this is good, that he's actually attached to the MCU and all that stuff is canon? Does that matter?
This 100% changes literally 0 things that I felt about any of these situations before I watched that. I mean, I've been on a million sets and I've seen a million fight sequences play out. Like that looked very much like a rehearsal. There was some cool shit that happened. There was some dumb shit that happened. But obviously they shoot all of that wide in one take, and then they're going to do close-ups, and then they make it look cooler. Like that's the wide angle, and then like they'll, get in tight and do other things. And
they're trying to say it's going to be a wonder for this, though.
Yeah, no, it's not going to be a wonder. There's no fucking way. There's no way she's gonna hold the back of her foot and do a pure fucking went like in a minute. Like, I mean, come on, that's ridiculous. That's absurd. It's not going to be a wonder. There's no fucking way it's going to be a wonder.
Are you surprised it's all tied together with the MCU?
By the way, Ron just said it because I said pure fucking wet. Joanna just texted me and she goes, I was listening to the podcast in the car while we were in the drive-through line, and Brooklyn, who is 4, about to be 4, was like, Auntie Brina never curses. And Lila, who is 7, was like, 8, I'm sorry, was like, if you don't know Auntie Brina curses, you clearly don't know her. So there you go. Just letting everyone know that happened. So yeah, I pure fucking wet is really where that came from. Thank you, Ron. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this whole thing. I didn't watch like all of the original Daredevil, so I'm really not, versed enough. I do, like Brian said, I do enjoy him playing. I love Vincent D'Onofrio. I love everything that he does. What I saw of it, I liked Rosario Dawson, as I wish she would, maybe pop in Nurse Lady.
She was
or
the
whatever.
best in that show. It was like almost her best performance ever.
Yeah, not a huge fan of her, but I really enjoyed her in that role.
She's good.
So yeah, I don't know. I didn't really love Echo in the Hawkeye series, so I have very mixed emotions about this. And this unfinished fight scene, thank you, Richard Tracy, really is not selling shit for me personally. Okay, it's there. Doesn't mean anything for me personally.
It's happening. It's honestly, people have been back and forth about this online. They've been mad about it. They've been happy about it. It's just really tough to like gauge the fan things. Like Marvel's trying to fix it for fans all the time. Now, Ron, you've been on set for a lot of stunt performances, and you've seen things probably too, right? Do you think, like Sabrina says, it's probably just a rehearsal, and that people getting mad, it's a leaked footage. It's not much you can see. It's definitely a cam footage. Do you think it's a leaked performance? Do you think that Disney didn't want this out there because this is not the final product? And do you think that we should just not listen to this online, so we wait till the product comes out? Like, how do you feel? You've been on set. You're a pro. How do you feel about this when you see a performance like this, and then the backlash from the fans?
Oh, yeah. You never want to put something out that is not finished. In fact, when I used to start a pilot, we had to finish the lighting really fast because they didn't want to do run-throughs with the producers watching it without lighting because they can't visualize what it'll look like, and then everybody would be in trouble for something. So we would have to put everything in so they would have a look. And if you're just delivering something without a look, you're going to be in trouble. And a one take on these things, never. They're never.
It never happens, right? They
Never.
tried doing that in the Netflix series, and people are saying online that, they're trying to recreate that. But I just don't think Disney would do that, because Disney,
No.
again, you've worked for Disney before. Do you think they just like do something like somebody else, or just join into the formula of what Disney usually does? Like, how do you feel like they would react to something like this? Would they do their own thing, or would they let somebody else's creative aspect deter them from doing that?
They'll do their own thing, and it all depends on how much the mouse brought to work that day.
And the mouse is loose right now. So who
Impression
knows?
drink.
The mouse is loose. So who knows?
As a hit.
The mouse is loose.
The mouse is loose. Hashtag release Mickey. Hashtag
That
Mickey
mouse
loves
right
it. Hashtag Mickey will do his thing. Hashtag Mickey
Hashtag
can't be
Steamboat
your bitch
Willie.
anymore. Yep. Hashtag all of that.
Steamboat.
We're gonna go to Jordan last here. Jordan,
Jordan.
of course, you love Daredevil. You love Daredevil. You love the Netflix series. I've been
man.
watching that recently. You didn't like the yellow. I know Richard Tracy liked the yellow.
I hated the yellow, man.
Do you
And,
think
and when are they gonna give him the DD on the suit, man?
they're not gonna do that shit? They're not gonna do that. They're not gonna do it, Jordan. They're not gonna do it. This is not Ben Affleck. But
This
do
is
you
low
think,
key Daredevil, okay?
Yeah,
Low
this
key.
is not.
Hey,
This is not
Ben
Batman.
Affleck was good.
Yeah, Jordan, you see this. Do you think this is
I did.
unfinished footage, or do you think this is actually because you watched it, Netflix series? Do you think this is actually like footage they're going to put out there? And you think they actually messed up Daredevil for the fans? What do you think?
Well, I've also read articles where the stunt people from the Netflix series ripped on Disney Plus for hiring stunt people that they said were not very professional or not very good at their job.
Oh.
And seeing this scene, I have to feel the mouse doesn't know what they're doing. They're trying to recreate that whole thing. That's a drink.
Confirmation.
You can have one.
Cheers.
You can have one too.
They're trying to recreate this hallway scene where it was all one take. And that was a freaking amazing scene in the original Daredevil. And they repeated that in like season 3 with in the prison with Matt Murdock. And I just don't think Disney's crew has it up to what the Netflix series was. That, or they just don't want to go as violent with it. So I'm not really sure. Because if you think about it, they're saying it's TV mature, but it's also still Disney.
Right.
They're not
still a mouse.
gonna bash. Yeah, they're not gonna bash a guy's head in when Kim Ping was bashing the Russian's head in the door and sever his head.
Right.
I don't care if it's mature. Disney's not gonna do it. So
That's the whole worry. The mouse does not do that. Mouse does not do that.
No. And when they say it's canon, what irritates me is, okay, this show looks like it could be canon, but you introduced him.
What does canon mean?
Yeah, what does canon
mean? It means it's all part of the universe. It's part of the whole MCU universe. So it means that everything they shot before is all part of it. It all connects. It's all connecting tissue. Everything is in line with the main storyline.
Me and Ron had that question, just so you know.
I'm sorry. It's not a separate multiverse.
That's some dork news.
This is all.
That's dork news.
All in the same universe.
That's dork news right there.
It's pretty
I need
nerdy.
a graphic for dork news. I need some nerdy news stuff. Right there. That'd be great. Nerdy news.
So
I need a polling down there. I'm looking at hot chicks all day. That's what I need for that.
That's Kip. That's Kipling Ronald Dynamite too, sir.
That's Kip. That's what I need. That's what
Don't
I need.
be jealous.
That's what I need for that.
I've been online looking at hot chicks all day.
Vincent D'Onofrio, he was a great Kingpin. He still is the OG Kingpin to me. He needs to be in all the shows as Kingpin. But you're saying this is canon. This is all MCU. You look at the Netflix Kingpin, and then you look at Kingpin from She-Hulk.
Kinping? Did you just say Kinping?
I did.
Kingpin. Take a drink, Jordan.
Kingpin.
Happy Friday.
Woo, Kinping.
Kingpin. I'll just say Wilson Fisk. You look at Wilson Fisk from Hawkeye series, where he could take a bazooka in the chest and rip a door off its hinges.
Are you drunk?
That's not the same guy.
Are you drunk?
No, he said maybe you should bring back the Punisher. I want to bring back the Punisher. It's not.
Thank you, Punisher.
Yep, it's good.
Bring back the Punisher.
Kinping, get back on point, buddy.
But Jordan, yes, bring the Punisher back. Punisher was great, right? Bring the Punisher in. But do you think that overall, though, that Disney will get this right? Because again, they're dropping all 5 episodes of Echo. They're saying it's all canon, which is great. But do you think that
Wait,
they
there's
will
only
get
5
it
episodes
right?
of Echo, not 6?
5.
Well,
There
yeah,
was 8.
They cut some. There was
was
8.
8?
They cut some
They
because it was
cut it down to
supposedly
Isn't it
5.
terrible.
usually 6? Like, isn't it a general like 6 rule?
it's
Like Hawkeye was
it's
6
usually
and
it's
Winter
usually 6. The
Soldier.
Valley started that. The Valley created by Forrest
Oh yeah,
Lawn
you're right.
Films, Brian Perfect
Hundo.
Perfection footage,
Hundo.
and Brian Sabrina movies in general made
Sabrinica.
the Valley, which
Brian
was 6.
Sabrinica.
And they made that. They made it a standard. Six episodes became a standard back in 2015, 17.
Thank you, the Valley.
And then Hollywood was like, that's about right. They became 6. That's what it is. Check out the Valley on Amazon, Tubi, Roku, wherever you want to find your entertainment. And
Keep plugging your shit.
and
Almost
then,
everyone here on the show is on it except for Jordan. So just so you know,
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah, I don't
everyone
live.
except
I
for
don't live
Jordan.
there.
That means the 3 of us.
Everyone
then.
else is there. Peppy's,
Peppy's on there.
even
Yes,
on it.
sir.
Yeah.
Okay, Brian.
Shoulder dog.
Brian,
Jode picks him up, puts him on his shoulder.
Brian,
Yes,
let me put
sir.
this to you. Let me put this to you. You
Yeah.
like Marvel, right?
I do love
you
Marvel.
Care? Okay. Do you care about a D-level character like Echo? Like if they didn't have,
I'm intrigued by it, Jordan. I'm intrigued because again, the first death and fucking
Okay.
Good answer.
martial
Good
artist,
answer, Brian.
a kicks fucking ass, and Native American superhero again. It doesn't shouldn't matter, but does
But-
fucking matter because it's like she's fucking so great for what she's going through so many hardships.
Oh,
and for me,
she
I
was
feel like
good
that could
in
be
the
awesome.
show.
Yeah, in the comics,
She
she's
was
amazing in
Shia
it
LaBeouf,
too.
apparently.
No,
But does she need her own? Does she need her own show? Like if
Well,
you didn't have
If there's connecting
Charlie
tissue,
Cox.
Jordan, if there's connecting tissue that works into Daredevil, works into that whole street level villains and heroes and shit, I'm all about it. That's why I think what happened. They did 8 episodes, they shot it, and they said this is too much. And
Yep.
she
Okay.
didn't need that. And so it's like, let's do 5. It should have been a movie. Do a movie, maybe a made for Disney Plus
All right.
movie. You're done. It's that connecting tissue. You're done. Introduce that character, bring Kingpin back, and then it ties into Daredevil. That's what they should have done with this. And I think they knew they had enough content for a movie, and they made it 5 episodes. Drop it all at once. It is what it is. 5 episodes. That's it.
There's something really cool about the fact that she can't fucking hear and he can't fucking see.
It's
Like,
pretty
that's
cool.
That is cool.
That's
That-
a
that is
fucking
pretty
cool ass extra
like that.
sensory experience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's fucking dope.
It's
You
Yeah.
watch a fight scene between one person who can't see and one person who can't hear. Like, I mean, their other senses are heightened like so much. Like this, there's something really like fucking dope about that, in my opinion.
I agree.
I just think Disney
Yeah.
is pulling their usual bait and switch. They're putting
Mm.
Wilson Fisk in the trailer a lot. They're putting Charlie Cox in the trailer a lot as Daredevil.
Well, of course you're going to lead with your best work. I mean, who's
Yeah.
not
And I
going to
think
do that?
His bloody
I
hand,
think
kicking ass.
Daredevil is in. I think Daredevil's in that one scene, and that's it.
They're not for SAG president. Putting it out there.
Throw in a guy that can't smell. I don't think that's as important of a sense, Rachel.
Why not? They should throw in. I played a
I
superhero
wish I had that.
one
I'm
day.
like, oh, great. I can't smell shit or rats or sewers. Thank you.
I think
Can we
my
go through-
character from college could do it. He could bend metal with his
Okay.
asshole. I could get in there too.
Oh
That'd be-
God!
Wrap it all up. That's
Oh, I
all I'm
can't have you
saying.
on here. People will see.
You know.
You're right there.
That right, Ron? So it's a weird character, but
That's a weird character.
anyway, it's a weird character. But
Oh
anyways,
my God.
Daredevils have both of them gang up on a guy who can't
I
move.
think that's called a paraplegic. If we want to
Yeah,
be
what?
like
I
specific.
think that's called a no-go these days, but it is what it is.
Yeah,
I think it's great that they're going to do this, and I think that this show could be good. I think it's awesome that Daredevil's officially going to be part of the MCU as canon, part of the whole storyline, wrapped all up in, put that sumbitch in there, wrap him in cotton candy, and call him fucking fantastic and tasty
Turn him
and
sideways.
lighthearted. Turn him sideways
Tasty.
and make him the best
Tasty.
person in the world. I'm happy about it. It's great because honestly, when you're trying to build a universe, you want it to work out. And a lot of times it doesn't work out, but Daredevil is going to work out, I think, for MCU. I think it'll be great. I think it'll be fantastic. And Charlie Cox is there, so I think this is great. It's canon.
Candyman.
And I'm so happy that it's going to happen. But I'm also saying that, again, you try to make a cinematic universe, it doesn't work out all the time. And Universal tried it for a long time. They tried making it. They had their mugshots of all these characters together. Like, we're going to have Wolfman, and then we're going to have like the Invisible Man. We're going to have all these characters all together. It didn't work out. But now they've been like, well, we can't make that work. So we're going to do other stuff. So now we're doing a Wolfman spinoff right now as its own horror movie with Blumhouse. That just came out before we came live today. They're like, release the information about this. And, if you love Wolfman, the last one I thought was actually a decent, did really bad. Benicio del Toro, you had Anthony Hopkins in there. I actually really enjoyed the cast. I thought it was great. didn't do well because that was supposed to be part of the cinematic universe they're going to make. And it didn't work out because Tom Cruise's Mummy didn't work out. But now they're like, we got Julia Garner, and she's great. She's fucking on fire. Have you watched
Ruth,
Sabrina,
Ozark.
Ozark. If you watch Ozark, you would know how fantastic she is. And now she's going to be the lead in this Wolfman spinoff that is coming from Jason Blum and Blumhouse. Of course, they actually merged with James Wan. We talked about that on Wednesday. So we have this whole conglomerate of horror movies all together working on this. I think it's fantastic. But also, I wish they had their cinematic universe. Not going to happen. But you're going to have this. It's a remake of The Wolfman. And of course, if you think about the whole thing, here's what it's going to be. She's going to be a mother whose family is being terrorized by a lethal predator, of course, the Wolfman. And that's the whole premise. That's the whole logline we have so far for the project. She's attached to it. Not many people besides that's attached to it. We don't really know who's going to be starring in this movie. All we know is that Universal did it with the Invisible Man. That's what happened. After the whole Mummy incident did not work out, and Tom Cruise's Mummy bombed really bad, and they were like, we can't make this cinematic universe work. And so that they said, well, let's go with Blumhouse. They make horror movies well. Let's go with them. Making Invisible Man did pretty well. And so this is like kind of like, give them again. They made their money back, did well. Now let's do a Wolfman one. And now we're getting our own cinematic universe through these kind of indie kind of horror projects. To me, it sucks because I would have liked to have seen some kind of connecting tissue. I think it would have been fun. Maybe it didn't work out though. I think what they did, they got scared. I think they got scared and they just stopped before they even started. And I get it. Tom Cruise is very involved with that Mummy movie. I actually kind of enjoy it. He made himself the Mummy. He rewrote that so he was the Mummy at the end. He wasn't supposed to be. He wrote a scene in the movie that he's like, I'm not running in this movie. That doesn't make any sense. Tom Cruise has to be running in a movie. If you're going to cast me,
I do this.
Run
This
sequence.
is what I do.
I need the run sequence, And so he wrote the run sequence in. He did that. So he was like very hands-on. And I think they got mad and frustrated because they're like, we got these big talents. Who else? Johnny Depp was supposed to be Invisible Man. Like, who else was in there? What's her name?
Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe was right there.
And what?
I was going to call him Two-Face.
He was Dr. Jekyll and
Mr. Hyde.
Mr. Hyde.
Yep. And we're all supposed to have Angelina Jolie playing the Bride of Frankenstein. There's a lot of people attached to us. Benicio del Toro, I think, was supposed to be Frankenstein's monster. There's a lot of people
Who
attached
was
to us.
Dracula?
It was going to be the guy from the Dracula Unleashed.
From Fast and Furious movies.
But now they're doing this. They're doing whatever. We're going to go the Blumhouse route. We're going to make it be like all individual movies. And now the Wolfman is happening. And Julia Garner is great. This premise to me just sounds like wishy-washy, toilet paper up your ass. You washed, you wiped it, you threw it in the toilet, you flushed down the toilet. You don't really care about that shit that's flooding.
A lot of asshole references tonight, Brian.
It's what it is. Yeah. It's what it is. It's a Friday. To me, it's like I flushed down the toilet and I forget about it. That's what I think. But you know what? I love her as an actor, and I think this will probably make $30 million on a $10 million budget. And I think that's about it. That's what I'm going to say. Sabrina, are you excited about this at all? I mean, she's a great actor. No. Maybe she will save it and make it be 40 million. Who knows? But do you think this will do well? And do you think that this even makes... I really have no urge to see this. What do you think about this, Sabrina? You hear about this? Is this going to be great?
I like how you're like arbitrarily throwing out numbers. You're like, it'll make 30 million. But do you think you can make it 40? Do I hear 50? Does anybody have a tennis racket up for 60? Okay.
Maybe that's too high.
I'm really shocked that she's doing this because she is really, a very talented actress. And maybe she's not getting the offers that she. Also, everyone's coming off a strike. Maybe she's like, this came across the table. Like, this is, I don't know. It just seems odd that she would do this, honestly, in my opinion. She's won Emmy, she's won Golden Globe, she's won SAG Awards, like for Ozark. She's spectacular. She actually was nominated for that Inventing Anna or whatever the fuck, I don't know. But I could not stand her accent. I watched it for roughly 3 seconds and I was like, I will kill you. And I turned it off.
I watched trailer, I was like, nah. Pass.
Yeah, it seemed so forced and ridiculous to me personally, but like whatever. She was in Maniac with Jonah Hill and Emma Stone. She played Emma Stone's sister. She did great, in that. I just seem like not to throw Blumhouse under the bus, but like, realistically, they do most horror movies, right? And like, 9 out of 10 of them are not great. They're fine. They're horror movies, but 1 out of 10 is pretty fucking good. 1 out of 50 is great. So I just don't see this being a great choice or I'm confused. I'm honestly confused.
And Ryan Gosling's EPing it. That's why I have that picture up, in case you're wondering.
Oh, Ryan.
Oh yeah, I was like, why is Ryan Gosling here?
He's EPing it. He's EPing it. Yeah.
I'll go see it.
Maybe that's why she did it. She's like, Ryan Gosling, check. Like it would be like me and Ryan Reynolds. Like, oh, I'm sorry. Did you want me to be a Muppet? I'm in. Totally, no problem. I'm in. Yeah,
I'm sold. I'm sold.
Yeah,
I have
I'll
that
see you in
energy
wardrobe.
working
Hair
for me
all over
now.
me, fantastic. Is there a suit? Like I'm great. I'm in. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But maybe I don't know. I don't know. I'm confused and again, Blumhouse, like they churn out picture after picture after picture. Some of them are good, most of them aren't, and there's like one in 50 that are really good. So I'm confused, worried, but also, hey, maybe you're the anomaly. Maybe you're gonna make this shit amazing. Maybe Ryan Gosling producing, you being she wolf or werewolf or who wolf, I don't fucking know. Like maybe it's gonna be the magical number. So
There'll be a twist. She'll be the wolf at the end. It's gonna happen.
I'm certainly not gonna go to the movie theater and watch it, but one day when I'm really bored, maybe drunk and tired or stoned, I'll be like, oh, let me see what this is about. Maybe
what's on
I don't know.
Netflix.
Ron, do you want to see this at all? Do you think this is a good option for Universal to do? Well, like they did this. They did the Wolfman a long time ago. It's just pretty much like werewolf stuff. You know what I mean? Do you think this would be an idea of like should they be even dipping into this anymore, or they should just Universal's maybe let it go? Because like I said before, they tried doing a cinematic universe. It bombed really bad. Like, why do you keep going there?
Let it go. Let it go. Yeah, I agree with you. I think I saw Teen Wolf with Michael J. Fox. It's just
that was a great one though.
The last good werewolf movie that there was.
You know what that's called, Ron? Ron, that's called hashtag winning. That's what that's called.
Got it.
Hashtag winning. That's some Tiger Blood shit right there, Ron.
Tiger Blood.
Tiger Blood.
Nice.
Wow.
But you know the cast. Could they make it work? Can they make it work modern day? Like does that premise? Like one more time. Let me read the premise for you, Ron. One more time. So a mother whose family is being terrorized by a lethal predator. Does that make you want to see this at all?
I'm sorry, I just woke up. No,
a mother.
No, it doesn't. There's nothing relevant about it. Nothing. It's just no.
Yeah. No. In the words of who is it? Antoine Johnson.
Antoine.
Yeah, ain't nobody got time for that.
You got it, Antoine Dotson. You got it, bro. You nailed it.
Nailed it.
Is that him? Is that him?
Hide your kids. Hide your wives.
No, I'm talking about the girl. I think I'm talking about the girl who had the dental stuff. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Nobody got time for that.
Time for you.
Jordan, do you have time for a Wolfman spinoff? Do you want to see this? Are you thrilled? Are you excited? Are you barbecuing right now? Excited about cooking some weenies on the grill? So
just
excited to see this Wolfman special, Julia Garner? No. Or do you think that maybe they're stretching it because the cinematic Marvel, not in the Marvel, but Monster Universe did not work out?
I got to go back to a comment I see from Queen when she mentioned the Monster Squad. That was the last.
Wolfman's got nards, everybody. Wolfman's got nards.
Wolfman's got nards.
There's a word you don't
what
hear
makes
a lot.
that kid fat?
I know, right?
Kid?
Nards.
That's a word you don't hear enough. He
said. I mean,
nards is a great word.
That was the last best Wolfman, but I gotta say, like, I was looking forward to the Monster Universe was first announced. I mean, you had Johnny Depp, Tom Cruise, Russell Crowe. You had all these, and then it just all of a sudden vanished. They're like, we're not doing it. And I'm like, well, first of all, you get all these monsters together. Who's going to fight them anyway? Like Queen said, the Monster Squad, you're going to bring the kids back in? And,
Denzel Washington.
Okay, Denzel Washington.
Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. You want to fight me, monsters?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
That was good.
My impressions aren't good, Ron.
Motherfucker, you both better drink.
That was good, right?
I'm drinking by Friday.
Yep.
But
anyways.
Did
you just throw a little Samuel L. there at the end with the motherfucker? Because that's the second.
Okay. All right. Where's it?
But I didn't mind the Benicio del Toro one. I actually kind of enjoyed it.
I'm sorry, can you say that again? The who?
Who?
Benicio del Toro.
Benicio.
Yeah, it was cool.
Benicio.
It was close.
It's not Benicio. His name is definitely not Benicio.
I like Benicio.
I like Benicio too. That's kind of funny.
What are you drinking? Is it the artificial color that's getting you, or the organic color? Like, what's happening?
I just call Benji.
Happy Friday, everybody.
Thank you.
Amazing.
And Anthony Hopkins was in it. I mean,
Tony, good friend. Fuck yeah, Tony. Hello, yep. I'm Tony. Great person.
It wasn't that bad, and I just don't see this new one going anywhere. It's not going anywhere.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think that the Invisible Man again, like that's why I made jokes about the money wise because Invisible Man, Invincible,
Yeah, well, you're doing it too
$200
now.
million
Everybody drink.
man. Anyways, league
Ron.
overall, they tried it. It didn't work. It didn't happen. It fell apart. And they're trying to
drink,
pick the pieces up.
Oh,
Pick pieces up. They're trying to pick the pieces up, and they're trying to make this universe work now. I always say Bloomhouse. I guess it's Blumhouse. I fucked it up every day. I call him Bloom. He's blooming for me. Blooming with horror. But I know it's Blum. I fuck it up every time. It's Blum. But
I'm not sure.
he's blooming. He's blooming in my heart with horror. But I feel like overall that they're trying some Invisible Man. It made money. The Mummy didn't make money. They tried to do
The Mummy
this
was in
whole
Blumhouse,
universe.
was it?
No, but that was when they had their own universe.
Oh, it's
It
a
was
different
supposed to-
universe. I'm sorry. It's
Yeah,
canon.
it was
That's a
supposed to-
canon situation.
It was a canon. And they were supposed to
I
use
learned a new
that.
word.
They were supposed to use that to take that eye penis and like rise it to the
there we go
world
again.
and conquer.
penis.
That eye penis was supposed to throttle
Yeah.
forward the monster universe.
Rise
It didn't
up.
happen.
They
And when
put
that
the
did not
whole
rise up,
universe.
when it fell flaccid to
In
the
the
universe,
nads.
they decided to
Of
go,
the eye
Dark.
penis.
go a different route, and they rebooted that eye penis to a different
Yeah.
industry. Anyways, so when that happened, they
We're
did
off
this.
the rails currently.
And
Off the
Wolfman
fucking
didn't work out.
rails.
This happens. So will it be good? Will it not be good? I don't know. I hope it's good. She's a great actor. Hopefully the Wolfman will cometh and we will love him so much. But I
Oh, it
really
will
don't know.
cometh.
He will cometh. And when it
You probably want
cometh,
to clean it off your shirt though.
you better be ready. That's all I'm saying.
Better
But
be ready.
anyways, the Wolfman's coming. The Wolfman's coming. He is coming hard. But also, somebody else is coming from a long time ago. A man that's coming back. I'm talking about. I want to reach back in the fucking universe now. Reaching back in our world because again, we talk
Into
about
a
AI
canon?
on the
Are you
show
going
all the
into the
time.
canon?
We talk about the canon of the world. We talk about AI all the time, and AI has dominated the world of entertainment for a long time. I don't want to go along, everybody. I'm sorry. It's a happy Friday. It's a good show today. It's fun Friday, show. But the IP-ness of the world is changing. It's changing. It's growing. It's evolving, and it's gonna find its way into your heart someday. And when it does, maybe it will be AI Elvis. That's the question because AI Elvis is coming, everybody. And that leads me to our featured story of the night. Let's get it. All right, everybody.
First,
Giggity.
Brian, first you need to address the request. Everyone needs to drink. Thank you.
Oh, hold on. I'm gonna go out. I can edit this out later. Here we go. Cheers, everybody.
You're
What
going
do
to
we
edit it out
edit?
later?
What?
I'm doing the
Pussy.
segments. The segments are the power. The segments are the word.
segments are the
segments
power.
are the gospel of Deacon
somebody was
LaBeouf. That's
barbecuing.
all I'm saying.
I have the power.
That's all I'm saying. Anyways, I want to talk about Mr. King of Rock and Roll himself. I want to talk about Elvis Presley for a second because Elvis Presley, everybody, if you've never seen Elvis live, again, a lot of you probably haven't. I haven't
If
seen
you've
Elvis
never
Presley
seen
live.
Elvis live, because we're all 742.
That's what I'm saying. If you haven't seen Elvis Presley live, don't worry. You're getting AI Elvis because this is happening. I was shocked. You're getting Elvis Evolution. Now, starting in the UK. The UK has this production company, and this company is called Layered Reality. And they've been creating a lot of different like virtual reality, AI created worlds of people that have been dead, recreating environments that you never could see your whole life because these people are gone. Been gone for a long time. Now they're taking Elvis Presley. And Elvis Presley will soon be debuting in London, starting in London, and then touring after that, depending how it goes. And it probably will do really well. But Elvis Presley will be singing and dancing and shaking those hips again in AI live action, 100% to his millimeter of his height in performance-wise. And those hips better be real, but they're using AI to create him again and bring him to life to sing all of his songs and I guess resurrect Elvis. This is happening. And the UK is going to start there, and then they're going to eventually branch off other places. Now, it's going to start very soon. And the goal is to replicate the experience of seeing Elvis Presley live. And hopefully, that's what they're saying, expose the icon to a new generation of fans. because again, like I said, that gyrating hips has not been seen since 1952. And I think that the women want to see it again. Maybe they say, who knows? But to me, I think that honestly, Elvis has been dead. I saw Michael Jackson.
Just the women? Rude.
Well, no, the men want to see it too. The men. I'm sorry. 1952, the women wanted to see it. There were men, but the women were going crazy.
They were men. They weren't allowed to say they wanted to see it, but they wanted to see it too.
It was a
you're right about that. You're right about that 100%, Sabrina. I will not deny that. I will not get you 100% right. But the thing was, he had a whole movement where he got almost arrested for gyrating his hips. It was a whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
You know Elvis Presley, anything about him. It was a whole thing with him. And men and women alike loved him. Everybody loved him. He was the king of rock and roll. And so now their idea is to take the AI technology. Again, I saw Michael Jackson. Sabrina and I saw him together. Michael Jackson AI. I guess he was a hologram, but now it's be even different now.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it was a hologram. This is now actually a hologram mixed with AI. So he will sound, dance, talk, interact with the crowd, and it'll be like seeing an actual performance of the king again. Now, the Michael Jackson thing, he just like go, hoo-hoo. He'd sing and he'd become stars and disappear, and he'd fly around and he'd recreate himself on stage. It was really
and
cool.
Everyone would dance like around, like there was like a hardcore group of dancers. But isn't this more like the ABBA thing? Like, isn't ABBA doing a virtual
It's 100%. It's 100% like the ABBA thing. And as Jordan and I talked about before the show, Kiss is doing it too, where Kiss is actually using AI to recreate themselves, even though they're still alive. But this is Elvis, again, being resurrected, coming back to stage for you to see his performance once again, or maybe for the first time. Again, Ron, what do you think about this? Because Elvis is an icon, right?
Yes.
Do you think that Elvis Presley would want this to happen? Or do you think there's a trade-off that maybe the fans deserve to see him live as close as you can get it? There's these AI things, Ron. Before I go into your question, I've seen Frank Sinatra sing like all these songs. And it's crazy. I don't think you've seen those. It's insane. It sounds like Frank Sinatra singing them. Is this going to be like a snowball effect where it becomes like, now we have Elvis doing this, he'll have parodies and all that? Is that a good thing to do? Is it good for the fans? Is it good for his legacy? That's the question today.
Which begs me to ask the question, Graceland then has signed off on all this, his estate?
It's all happening. Yep, they're all agreed about it.
Okay, I'm torn on this one also because my opinion has been out there about what I think of AI and how dangerous it is. So I need to hold on to that unless I'm going to be wishy-washy, and I'm not wishy-washy. But I do think it'd be interesting to see this. That would be fascinating. But when it is going to snowball and it's going to go too far, and that snowball is going to get so big, it's going to run somebody over.
Yep. That's what I think too. And I think that
you and me, Brian, we're always just it's just like that.
I agree, Ron. We have a lot of the same ideas about this. We're vibing. Run. Like I feel like the same way you two. Like I think it'd be kind of cool to see Elvis Presley live.
Yeah.
Like it's like that's what I felt about Michael Jackson. I'm like, I want to see Michael. I never saw him, and so like, but it's also a misrepresentation in some ways. But it's also really fucking cool. The technology for this is amazing. And I think that if people are able to experience him again in a way, I think he probably would love that.
I think that's neat.
But I also think that maybe it won't be. It's not 100% there yet, but it's very close. Is this going to change? It's going to change the whole world here, Ron. Are we going to be able to see everybody? Like, there's some things you watch, like TV shows where they walk into a cafe and it's like this person says hello to you and they've been dead for like 50 years. Is that the world we're going to get, Ron? Though, is that what we're going to get? This is like the start of that. You'll have him like Elvis, like giving you like, I don't know. I'm thinking of a good story, like Big Ten Sports. He'll be like, oh yeah, I love that so much. You think it's going to happen with this?
I think we are headed that way because this train isn't going to stop and it's already left the station. I saw a commercial today. It's actually an AI woman, and she's the first bot that you can actually have, and she cooks and cleans at the house.
Whole thing now too.
She's talking to you, and I was just like, "Whoa,
hey girl, what's up?
Like,
are you my
Is it
girlfriend?
Rosie from the Jetsons?
No,
I was going to say, thank you.
I wish.
Very similar to something like that, and it was just.
I will take Rosie. Yes, now, please.
Yes, no, please.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Sabrina.
Hey, GR seen Elvis.
GR. Of course he has. Of course he fucking has.
Corbett saw last week.
I'd have judged him if he hadn't, by the way.
Sabrina, how do you feel about this? Do you think this is a good thing or a bad thing? Should Elvis Presley be resurrected in 2024, or do you think that the king, like Rachel said, should rest in peace and not be, put out there to the world? Are you excited about this? Ron and I are.
I mean, I'm excited is a strong word. I kind of feel like I don't know. Again, it's like it's not actually him. It's some sort of a simulation. And like the ABBA thing is like they all went and performed and did this thing, and like the computers photographed them. And so like it's a real performance of them that they're recreating. Like for the Michael Jackson thing is a hologram. Like I need the specifics of this. Like is it a hologram? Like I mean, I guess it has to be a hologram.
It's a hologram and
right?
AI combined. Yeah, it's not a person. It's a hologram and AI. AI is recreating him based off footage, and they're hologramming it out there.
Right. So it's kind of like the Michael Jackson thing. So it's not.
Yes, except
new
AI will actually talk as him. AI will actually interact with the crowd as him. AI will actually pretend to be him.
Creepy.
Oh, that's super creepy. I don't care for that.
Yeah, that's weird.
As if you're actually going to an Elvis performance.
And also, it's like you're now 100% supporting like the thing that was the most debatable thing in both the writers and the actors' contracts. Like currently, I know that some musicians are different, but yeah, it's like I don't want a fake Elvis to talk to me. Like I don't have a problem with like the Michael Jackson thing, like watching basically him dance to a performance that he had done 1,000 times. You know what I mean? I have no problem with that. But if he was gonna start talking to the crowd, I would have been like, that's fucking weird. I don't want that. I don't want a fake interaction with Elvis. Elvis is dead. Like Rachel said, let him rest. Like we don't need this. Like, however, watching going and paying like a minimal amount of money to like when we were in Hawaii, we watched like an Elvis it was like a luau thing, but there was like an Elvis like person. Like it was not Elvis.
Impersonator.
It was like a cover guy.
Impersonator.
And it was super fun and cute and whatever. Like I'm down. I'm more for that than I am for this, to be perfectly honest with you. Like I don't want fake Elvis interacting with a crowd. Like if you want to do something based on like his moves and his music and like watching him do his thing on stage, sure. But don't give me fake Elvis like talking to me in the fucking crowd. That's fucking weird. Like no, thank you. No, thank you. Yes, yes, Zach. Bruce Campbell all day.
Yeah, but if you've seen Bubba Hotep, he's great as that. But I think he could be.
Like Jordan, like Bubba Hotep.
Wait, Jordan knew. Jordan,
like
you hear this? We're talking about it. Of course, Ron and I are excited about it, but we're also, again, reluctant. I think Ron and Sam, as we're talking before, Sabrina's reluctant about it. Do you think that this is a good idea to resurrect these people to be, again, misinterpretations of themselves? Or do you think that this is fine? Because again, it comes into a scary territory. I showed you the Frank Sinatra thing.
We're making that a new word.
Scary territory.
I like that.
The Frank Sinatra stuff, it sounds just like Frank Sinatra. It sounds like he's singing "Smells Like Teen Spirit." It sounds like Frankie's alive doing it.
But it's not him. It's creepy.
Is this the world you want your children to grow up in, Jordan? Do they have these AI creations of kids? Or do you think that Jensen would not deserve this?
Hold on. Rachel just said that you could visually be a young, hot Elvis impersonator, Brian. So drink to that because it's an impersonation technically. Also, I agree, Rachel.
I have the hair.
Yeah.
You do.
Well, since my baby left me. That's all I got.
Oh, now you're going to do another drink. Sorry about that. Two drinks. You're going to be shit-faced by the time you go off
Hotel.
Hey, Chinchilla's going to have to rein you in later.
Keep going, Brian.
Jordan, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about Elvis being recreated in AI? And do you think that it's good for the entertainment industry and for his legacy in general?
I've seen a number of concerts in my, growing up. I've seen Kiss twice. And, I wouldn't want to see him in AI. And just I never got the chance to see Elvis because, I'm not in that. I'd love to see Elvis, but I wouldn't want to see. I'm not GR. And I wouldn't want to see some computer Elvis. It's just it's past my time. I'll watch it on YouTube. I'd rather see an impersonator. It'd be cheaper. He'd be there.
Impersonator.
He can interact with the crowd. There's Fat Elvis.
I'd
And,
be
like,
sleeping, Zach.
And I just don't want to. Like, it's
I
like
just
you're
don't want
missing.
to.
No, I don't. You're missing something. You're really missing something from them being there. It's just it's not happening.
Here's the closest Jordan got to Elvis right here. That's what had the closest Jordan got to Elvis in his childhood.
Honky tonk.
Just a
Don't
honky
think I
tonk
didn't see
man.
that WWE or WWF bullshit behind you, bro. I seen it. I seen it with my own eyes. What movie?
Jordan
Anybody?
loves it.
Anybody? Anybody? What movie?
Jordan loves it. Jordan
I'm gonna
wants
give
to
the
be
chat 1 second
loved.
to catch up with. I seen it with
Oh.
my own eyes, and if they can't come in hot,
I just think we talk about this all the time about the AI stuff. We talk about the way that Hollywood's going. We're going way over everybody, but I think that honestly, at the end of the day, I think Elvis is a phenomenal performer. He was. He had a raw deal again. I think he just lost himself. Like again, I think the idea for tonight is performers that just let Hollywood, let music, let show business destroy them, and then what happens? Bad shit. And I hope with people like Shia LaBeouf and Britney Spears, and I talk about Elvis, he died too young. I hope that people find their way back to themselves and don't lose that in order to keep doing what they were meant to do, which is entertain.
but
And a
most
lot of
people
times-
who do this shit are tortured. They're tortured souls. That's why
It's
they
true.
get into this. That's why it happens. You know.
I like the
So it's a
raffle.
double-edged fucking sword. Like you can't have
Yeah.
one without the other. Unfortunately, not always, but most of the time.
Yeah, it happens all the time. It happens all the time, Sabrina. And then that's why we talk about the business, and people, they'll throw shit out there being like, well, this is happening, and that's happening, and X, Y, and Z, and that's why. And for me, it's like, we've all, I mean, Jordan, not so much. Love you, Jordan. We've been around the
That's
business
all
a
right.
lot. And we've seen a lot of things. Jordan's
Also,
our
not in the
comic
valley,
book guy.
Jordan. Thanks for nothing. Just kidding.
He's our
That's okay.
Here's our but we see what happens to people, and we worry about them, and we see what the business does to them,
It's a
and we
lot.
want to be better than that, and we want to grow and learn from that, and we hope the best for people. And for me, I hope that, I mean, the Elvis thing sounds cool, but also, fuck, I
It's
hope
supporting
that
something that we don't support.
it doesn't.
sounds
That I
like
don't support.
Yeah.
It sounds
I
like
hope
a
it-
cash grab.
I hope it doesn't destroy
also.
the business. Hope it doesn't destroy the business and destroy what everybody's, the time and the effort and what they've given away from their lives. So people give away a lot of stuff to be in the industry.
Yes, man.
They give their family, they move away from their family for 15, 20 years to become an actor or a creator.
Mhm.
They give away time from the relationships because relationships struggle all the time because there's so much time on set. And those relationships don't always work out because, again, they're so driven to give back to the entertainment industry. So I would hope at the end of the day that these things, whatever happens with this business, that these things don't destroy the business and that people are able to grow, thrive, and give back without destroying who they are, what they were meant to be, and what they were meant to give to the industry. And at the end of the day, things like this scare me. I love it. I love technology. But they scare me for what they could mean for someone's legacy. And after they gave up so much, how much more do they have to give up when they're dead? That's the question. Anyways, everybody, thank you so much for being on Kruse Control tonight. Appreciate you as always. Happy fucking Friday. It's been a great show. We went way over. I love you all for being here on a Friday.
Always do.
I love to
Wait,
break
really
it
quick,
down
Brian, before you go,
sometimes.
Phil, please, if anyone's still watching it, of which 10 people are, can you just please click the like button? It really helps us a lot. Please, 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 if you're still watching after an hour and 40 fucking 9 minutes, please click the like button, please, and thank you.
Sorry.
And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I love you all. You're amazing. Brian, go.
Go, Brian.
Yeah, sorry. We went way over. Everybody. I don't know. It just kind of happened. It was a good conversation tonight. I think we had a
Yes.
great time. I had a really good time talking to everybody. Again, the topics drive our conversation, whatever happens news-wise on that day. And so those things drive us forward. We had more things than we usually do, but I think it was great. I had a fun time. I hope everybody had a fun time. Ronald, Todd, Woodward, Ron himself, thank you for being here back on Kruse Control. I appreciate
Thank
you,
you.
Ron. Always
Thank
a friend of the show and a supporter. Check out at 3Gs on TikTok. Check out
Yeah.
his Instagram. Like, Ron is very motivational and he will help you through some things sometimes to find a way to move forward. So Ron, thank you for being here and I appreciate you. as
Thank you.
always, friend of the show.
Thank you.
Always. Come back soon. Maybe next Friday. We'll see.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
You're gonna be a resident
Same-
drunk, bud.
Love it.
Same bat channel, same bat time. Mr. Jordan South, thank you for being here on Kruse Control again, man. Second time in a row.
Yeah, thanks
I've been
for
trying to
having
get
me.
Jordan to come on the show for a solid 8 months. It is what
Yeah.
it is. I keep telling him I think he'd be good on the show. So thank you for being here, Jordan. Thanks for bringing in some knowledge
for
of
having
comic
me.
books and life. And, what it comes down to is us just having a good conversation. Thank you for bringing and building on the conversation and making it better for us and for the fandom that is out there. So thank you, Jordan. Hope you had a great time. And we'll see you next time. Thank you for being here. Hope you had a good time. You have a good time?
I had a great time.
Fuck yeah, you did. And Miss Vittori.
I
Miss Sabrina
had a
Vittori.
great time.
Yeah, of course you had a great time. Miss Sabrina Vittori, my lovely co-host, since we started January. We actually started in November. We stopped. We cut. We did a new project.
We did a
And then
rebrand.
January 3rd came around. We started again. We're at a year mark. We've done 151 episodes, and life keeps pushing us
Crazy.
forward. Which what happens from day 1 till day 151. Thank you for being here. Always giving it your all, and always being happy to add to the juices of the knowledge and the fandom and the news. I appreciate
what's
you.
the new word I learned? Don't tell me. Wait, no, it's the oh fuck. It starts with a C. Hold
The
on.
canon.
God damn it, Brian! I said don't tell me.
You did.
The canon. The Kruse Canon.
Franz
The Kruse Canon.
he did.
The Kruse Canon. Thank you for adding for the Kruse Canon.
Oh, now
as you have
now
the
I
whole
remember
time.
forever. Fucking fuck. God damn it, canon.
I hope you had a good night tonight.
I did. I had a great night. Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
Ty.
It's my pleasure. I love it. Ty, I love you. GR, Queen, Richard Tracy, Zach, Lexi, Rachel, all of the peeps who are in the chat. A Chinchilla. I haven't seen you in a minute, but I hope you're still here. I love you all. Thank you so much. You make the show what it is. I really appreciate you. Thank you for supporting us. We couldn't have got to 1,000 without you. And now we're climbing quicker than ever. So it's kind of amazing. And I love you all, and I'm very appreciative of your support. And I hope that no one's upset that I say fuck every other word. So thank you.
Well, apparently our algorithm works because we don't say fuck within the first 7 seconds. So that works.
You talk for the first 7 seconds, so we're good.
Yeah, it's all on you.
That's true.
Pep Star himself, our mascot of the hour.
Bye,
Thank you for
Richard
being here.
Tracy.
Hope you have a good night, Pep.
Until next time, everybody, Pep Star is out.
Thanks, Pep, man. And for all you out there, thank you for being here on Kruse Control each and every night. Thanks for spreading the word. As Sabrina said, and I will say one more time, you have to like, subscribe, join our Patreon if you can. And you have to always push it up. You got to tell your friends, your family, your uncles, your aunts, your cousins, your nephews, your grandmas, your grandpas, your great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandparents. I know they're still alive and they're still kicking ass because that's a good genes for you and your whole family. Tell them to start Kruse Control because they have pets. The pets are over there. They have cats. They have dogs. They have chinchillas. We love fucking chinchillas. They have squirrels. They have fucking around the backyard, and they fucking put other battles in their pouches. There's other squirrels in the kangaroo's pouches, and they subscribe. You should subscribe. And the mailman come around. They start to fuck the mailman up in the fucking kicks to the fucking stomach. And the mailman says, "Well, fuck you." And they fight back and forth. And they all subscribe, anyways. And then the fucking Garner comes around. The Garner's like, "What the fuck's happening?" He records the whole thing, and he shuts down YouTube. And he subscribes too because he loves it so much. And all the people around your whole universe, they subscribe. If they can subscribe. You can subscribe. We have to all subscribe. You guys can do it. We all become one new nation. I'll control the fucking YouTube universe. When that happens, we fucking dominate, and we'll dominate together as one cohesive unit. And when that happens, everybody, Kruse Control will be you, me, and everybody in your circle, and we will be fucking one. And then you know what happened? We'll have a great time together.
I'm taking note of Zach. I'm gonna make Peppy record a line of talking shit on David Lynch. We're gonna get that for you, Zach. Don't worry about it. Happy 2024, motherfucker.
Peppy's quiet sometimes. Anyways, everybody. Until Monday.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
Thank you.